the control room, and we'll be able to hear Adam in there today. But getting ready to get the Argos running out onto the field here. It is Family Weekend, brought to you by the Florida Lottery. Great tailgate outside the stadium today. Love to see the parents and the students, the Greek organizations all hanging out together, having a good time. That was certainly going on outside a little bit earlier. Let's see if we are ready to join in with the streaming side. We are on with you, Flow Sports and Your View. Will Kennedy, Coach Kyle Shoemaker counting down to kickoff as the Wolves from the University of West Georgia are in Pensacola to visit the Argos. The Argos still ranked in the top 10, as high as number 4 leading into that game against Florida A&M last week, but they moved up in weight classification, so to speak, and lost against an FCS, a good FCS opponent, a ranked team in Florida A&M, and now their home coach. It's a chance to get the Gulf South Conference schedule started. They're focused a little differently this week, maybe a little case of humility after last week, even though they held their own for quite a while.
Yeah.
What's the atmosphere like for a game like this when you're standing back there getting ready to come out of the tunnel?
Well, playing in the Gulf South is always tough. These guys are going to be fired up for that. Obviously, can play with a lot of confidence, knowing how they played in the first half, hung with a top 25 FCS program, but also know a lot of work to do after how the second half finished. So, I'm excited to see how they respond and bounce back and play this week going into Gulf South play.
Coach Caleb Nobles never believes in moral victories. He said, we're there to compete regardless. And so it doesn't matter, hey, we played with them for a while, but you got to shake that off. 24-hour rule, right?
Yeah.
Move on to this one. West Georgia's a good football team. They come in 2-1. The Argos are 2-1, and this is the next one. This is the one that matters. And really, in the Gulf South Conference, a conference as tough as this, you got to get off to a good start.
Yeah, you do. Every game counts. Typically the Gulf South's going to get a couple teams in the playoffs, but you want to help yourself out as much as you can. And West Georgia is one that very respectable program, team that's always very good. You want to come out of here with a W against these guys.
I'm trying to stretch it a little bit to get to the run out, but let's take a look. Our guys were shooting before the game. The offense in this one, and they've got to find a way to find some identity. Pee Wee Jarrett struggled last week against Florida A&M, but he was really good in the first 2 weeks of the season. He's going to try to get it to his playmakers, Caden Leggett, John Giles, but also the running game. Can you establish C.J. Wilson and company? He averaged almost 5 yards a carry against Florida A&M last week. Can he find a big play today? We know John Giles can. I mean, he's 6'4", 225 pounds. It was nullified by a penalty, but he made a catch last week against Florida A&M. You and I were both out of our seats and like, whoa, what just happened there? Defensive side of the ball, it's going to be a little bit of a struggle because you've got to find some bodies. John McMullen, that guy right there, he can wreck the game for you up front. He's going to need to do that. We saw him play inside and outside on the defensive line last week. How about the linebacker position? Will Breland, gone. Willie Jordan hadn't played it down yet, still fighting an injury from training camp. Gael Laurent, the veteran, the seasoned vet from Miami. Coach, he's really got to step up and lead, but also bring some guys in who haven't played a ton of snaps and make sure they're in the right spot doing the right thing.
Yeah, definitely. As a veteran player, you got to be able to help those other guys around you that maybe don't have as much experience or, maybe just aren't quite sure of the playbook as much as you are. That's really, the benefit that you gain by having a couple veterans out there.
Brandon Cross, Namonta Chop Decor, big 67, Jacob Dorn, and Caden Leggett, number 1, are your captains for the Argos. West Georgia comes in, balanced offense. They're going to look to run and throw kind of in equal measure. Not sure about their quarterback. Will it be Cameron Brown, who took the bulk of the snaps against Mississippi College in a win last week, or will they be going with the other quarterback, Ben Whitlock, who wears number 9? Cameron Brown banged up his shoulder, but game time.
Your corners and safeties to be your top tacklers out there for sure. Otherwise, that means people are
be falling down to a overnight low in the upper 60s, so hopefully we get a cool breeze or two to blow through here. But this one is about ready to go. The Argos have struggled to get going early in some games. It's tough. It's tough to figure out how do you get that offense flowing right off the bat.
Yeah, that's something the coaches are always trying to split the atom over, how to figure out how to get your team to start fast, play fast from the jump street, not take a quarter or two to wake up. So, we're going to see what we get, coming out of the gates here.
It'll be interesting, from a Pee Wee Jarrett standpoint, as we just kind of talked about, does he shake off last week pretty easily, week in and week out? We've got Justin Patrick, a third member of our team, down on the field with a pregame update. Justin?
Yeah, Will, I just checked in, and I see that Nash Nelson, the starting center for UWF, he is in street clothes for today's game, so he will not be playing for, as we know right now. I'll try and find more information about that later. But for the Argos, coming off that 31-10 loss last week, a lot of penalties. Can't have that going into GSC play tonight. Comes down to the mental issues and discipline tonight. Seeing what the Argos can do as they start off GSC play. Here we go.
Thank you, Justin. Of course, 15 penalties against McKendree, 14 last week against Florida A&M. That won't get it done. This kick, bang down into the corner, goes out of bounds. Did it sneak into the end zone?
I believe it did.
It'll be a touchback. Argos will go on offense first. And, wow, I think we may have cursed Nash Nelson, having him be our pregame on the radio. And you're also, from the TV audience, going to hear from Nash at halftime. And he's in street clothes, so it must have been something that happened yesterday at practice, because we sat down with him and talked. So let's take a look at the starters on the offensive side of the ball from the Argos. Pee Wee Jarrett, the quarterback. It'll be C.J. Wilson, Caden Leggett at receiver, Jacoby Quillen, John Giles, and Jackson Blaylock is the tight end. Here's the first snap. Jarrett takes it. He's looking to throw on first down. They get it out quick. He's got Giles out across the 30. Looks like they'll give him the 31, so a quick gain of 6 for the Argos to get it going. Coach, I like to see that ball get out fast.
Yeah, nice little high percentage hitch route right there to the boundary. That's a Coach Noble special. Like to see a lot of that. Quick gain to start the game quickly here.
I like a 2nd and 4. That's a nice down and distance.
Keeping the chains moving.
2 receivers to the right of Jarrett, single up top. He'll throw quick again. It's a quick one. Mystical McGee looked like he had some space, but then it closed quickly. I think flying in there to make that tackle was Jalen Lee from his corner position. Not quite to the first down yardage, but it's close. It's going to set up, it looks like a 3rd and 1.
Yeah, nice little bubble play right there, getting the ball in your speedster's hands quickly there. Argos doing what they do best right there. Just those little dinks.
Officially a 3rd and 2. So the Argos with a key down early in a possession. West Georgia a chance to try to force a punt. Sideline, some pressure early, and West Georgia is going to get a 3 and out. So not the fast start you're hoping for if you're an Argo fan.
No, it looks like maybe Pee Wee thought there was going to be some type of conversion maybe there by a Argo receiver. Thought somebody might have been going deep. They shut it down, had a defender over the top of them, and on comes the punt team.
That causes some shifting on the line. Ben Freeman was playing out there at right tackle, and one of the West Georgia, he's been kicking the football well. From a punting standpoint, he'll drive this one deep, takes a bounce, an Argo bounce, so not a bad punt, no return. Gregory has really, kicking about a 42-yard kick clip, and that's going to set West Georgia up for their first possession. I do not see a timeout coming, so we'll keep it right here. Coach, that's not what you want from a standpoint of trying to get your offense underway.
No, you like to move the ball a little bit farther than that, but, first couple of series of the game, you're kind of feeling out, what's the other team doing? Are they doing what they thought? Are they doing something different? So all kind of part of the diagnosis process early in the game.
It will be offense. Cameron Brown, number 8 at quarterback. So not on the 2 deep, but taking the first snap. They'll start from their own 29, West Georgia, on offense. Brown back to pass. Got some pressure coming. You can see what he can do with his legs. He gets away from the first man, makes a man miss. 35 out near the 40. He's dangerous with his legs.
Yeah, it looked like Byron Purrier had a free run off the edge at the quarterback, just missed, and Brown was able to make him pick up a first down for
Did
the
not
for the Wolves to
contain,
start.
Coach, right there.
Yeah. Killer.
Brown, he's able to run the ball effectively from the quarterback position. He's thrown for 3 touchdowns, but it's really with his legs, 182 yards, 8 yards a carry. He's run for 3 as well. He'll pull it out and dump it on first down, but that gets nowhere near his intended receiver, the fullback Trey Williams. A little bit of pressure in his face.
Yeah, a little boot play there by the Wolves. Kenneth Martin right there with some good pressure on Brown's face, forces a little hurried throw and little incompletion. Argos stay on schedule here.
Kenny Martin, yeah, right there. Jake Dorn. It was a gain of 11 on the run that set up the first down, so now 2nd down and 10 off the incompletion. Running back moves to the right of the quarterback, and here comes some whistles before we can get the play going. That's usually on the offense. False start on the offense. We do not have an official mic, but that'll cost you 5 and back it up to the 35. Coaches, I'm okay with the other team having penalties.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just don't want any for us.
Move it in the direction of the good guys.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
Trying to get in and get these. We need some live stats. Here comes
little zone
play.
play.
Nice little zone run and play. You're right, Coach, and it's Mosley. Regez Mosley with a burst through a hole, and that's going to move the sticks.
Yeah, the Wolves looked like they had a nice little zone play set up there. If they're able to crease that Argos defense, just somebody hopping out of the gap there, and Mosley making them pay. Big pickup for the Wolves there, first down.
Yeah, across the 50 into Argo territory to the 45. Gain of 15 sets up another first down. They'll keep it this time. Brown dumps it to his fullback. He's going to get to the outside. Finally wrestled out of bounds on the far sideline, but he'll get a gain of almost 10 yards.
Yeah, they get another little boot play, the one they struggled to complete earlier, but looked like Ralph Ortiz was having a hard time getting pulled off that block. I was hoping they were going to throw a flag on that, but no love there from the hometown refs.
It is a first down, gain of 11, 34 the official spots. So West Georgia comes out. They've got the offense cooking. This one on a slant pattern through the hands of some on-rushing defenders, but he finds his receiver. It's going to be another nice gain.
I think that was number 5, LeParian Perry, right there.
Yeah, LeParian Perry.
The 7th year
of
senior.
7th year of college football. He played for West Georgia back in 2017.
Even I coached against that guy a couple times.
We're trying to do the math on that. Another first down, 10-yard gain on the throw and catch to the 24. So on the doorstep of the red zone here, Cameron Brown in the gun. Man comes in motion across the set. He'll take the snap, looking to throw. Here comes some pressure. He's quick. He gets away from Juice Williams, and then he just throws it away. Defender got a hand to it in the back end, but that's a good – he's got it, Coach, they call it escapability.
He does. He can keep those plays alive. You can see why they, wanted to start him late here. He's, he could make something out of nothing.
That one goes for an incompletion. 2nd down and 10. Ball at the 24. Good opening drive from West Georgia. This is play number 7 coming up. They've already put together 4 first downs on this drive. No gigantic plays, but a couple of 10-yard plus plays have them in this position. 2nd down and 10. They'll run it. Mosley bounces through a hole on the left side. Good forward progress. Laurent brings him down along with Walker Robinson, but that's going to pick up some good positive yards. It's going to set up a 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, a little inside zone. That ball just winds back right behind the tackle and in between the tackle and the backside tight end there. Argo's there with the defender, but just slipped off that arm. Tackle got to be able to wrap that up and get that runner down.
3rd and 3 at the 17. This is a huge play for the Argo defense. Can they get this West Georgia offense off the field or at least hold them to a field goal attempt? The Argos have been really good at this in the red zone. They haven't given up a touchdown from inside the red zone yet. Brown pulls it. He'll stretch it to his left, cuts back inside. Laurent falls down inside the 10 before he slides down with Byron Puryear approaching. That's going to get him a first down and a goal to go.
Yeah, Wolves just trying to get Brown out in space there on the perimeter again. This is the third time they've run that play, and Brown decides to take it on his own, and gets enough to pick up the first and move the chains.
This one will be spotted at the 9-yard line.
Big substitution here by the Argo D's. A lot of guys coming on.
Bring some bot, yes.
Match this up here.
Power football right here, and it will be tight formation, single receiver up top, but everybody's along the line of scrimmage. Ball's on the ground, muffed the handoff. I think the Argos may have fallen on it because it was still bouncing
Jacob
around.
Dorn was all over that.
Yeah, Jake Dorn right there. What a huge turnover. Really nothing the Argos did. It was just a bad handle on the handoff attempt. I think he was trying to pull it, Coach.
Yeah, I think you're right. A little mishap on the exchange, and the Argos capitalized. Jacob Dorn all over that, like white on the rice.
Feels like you may have dodged a bullet right there, the way West Georgia's moving the football. But those are the kind of plays you got to have.
You do.
Even if it wasn't something you did, capitalize on their mistake.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, when you're down a couple hats and, the other offense is moving the ball against you, the great equalizer is turnover. So got to be able to get those. Great job by the Argo defense getting the turnover and giving their offense a chance here.
This will be at the 14. Blaylock comes in motion. Jarrett's got his offense out there. He'll hand. It's C.J. Wilson. Nothing really happening on the right side of the line, but he cuts it back and makes some positive yards, but not a big play on first down.
Yeah, Wolves doing a good job of crowding the box there, getting this thing fitted up, and not much for the Argos to move forward with on that.
Got across the 15. It looks like they'll spot him at the 17, so a gain of 3, 2nd and 7. It's not 2nd and 87 like it said on the board for a second. Jarrett back to pass. Doesn't have anybody. He'll tuck it and run. Has a blocker, but runs into the back of C.J. Wilson. Gets out across the 20. He might be close to the first down yardage.
You know, that seems like a little bit of growth for me from Pee Wee Jarrett there. Last week might have tried to scramble around, run east and west, looking for somebody to huck it to down the field. Like the decision there, just tuck it, put it in your arm, trust your legs and your size. Go get some positive yardage.
Needed 7, got 7. First down Argos, first down of the game for UWF. Jarrett takes the snap. He's got receivers out everywhere, but a flag is down. He had Giles, but this play never happened.
Nope. Going to find out here exactly what.
Jarrett saw it immediately that they were playing so far back off John Giles at the line of scrimmage. He was going to get it to him. And we've been talking about this. Get it to your playmakers, and that looks like Giles and Leggett. If you can get it in their hands in open space, we'll see what they can do.
Yeah, definitely. You want to get the ball into the hands of your most dangerous people. And I feel like we start to see a little bit of that late in the game last week. Unfortunately, this one's going to move the Argos backwards here with a little false start.
False start, and it's the penalties that have killed, and you kind of see it. It was the center, and it's Oak Stipe who slid in to play center. So, Coach, you've had to adjust all across the offensive line. They didn't automatically throw Ryan Young in, who is a young guy, pun intended. Mm-hmm. And so now you've mixed with the chemistry of a line that's still learning things. So 2nd and 15. Jarrett gets out of the pocket. He's going to scramble. He'll get back to the original line of scrimmage, so get that 5 yards back.
There you go.
But that one wasn't the play that they had drawn up.
No. Pee Wee looking for some Argos receivers down the field. Just didn't like what he saw, but did a good job just tucking it, running, and getting some positive yardage out of that. Like to see that.
Big Eric Williams, 97, has been in the Argos backfield a couple times early in this one. Coach, we're standing when we don't even have to stand.
Yeah, you're right. My legs aren't tired yet. I'm still fresh.
You're still fresh. All right.
It's first quarter.
I'm old. This is a free play. They jumped off sides. Jarrett's going to fire it. He's got Giles up the field. Giles makes a man miss across the 40, puts his head down, gets across the 45. Coach, he's too much of a man for them. They just kind of had to shepherd him out of bounds. Now there's going to be some late hits. Giles is in beast mode.
Looked like number 7 from the Wolves came up and gave a little headbutt there late, and the Zebras got him in that yellow laundry. It's going to be 2 on the Wolves there. So
that clearly felt like we can't tackle you, so we're just going to bump you out of bounds and then headbutt you.
Yeah, they were trying to pull him out. They were trying everything they could. They looked frustrated.
So let's see. He got out near midfield, trying to see where they spot this. It looks like he got to the 46, and then the penalty on top of it. Unsportsmanlike. Add on the 15. It'll be a first down. This will take it into West Georgia territory. Let's see. Coach, how's my math? This is going to put it about the 40.
Oh.
Maybe the 41.
I think that's good enough. Good enough for government work out there. That's
yeah. Keep going. Just take it all the way to the – where are we going? Looks like inside the 40, so he got a little further than I thought. It'll be spotted at the 38 of West Georgia, and the Argos are in business. So 3 and out, first possession. Argos are on the move right now. Jarrett will set up the offense. 2 receivers, far side, single down lows. Leggety's got a back to his left. Defense walks up, claps his hands, pulls it out of Wilson's belly. He's got room to run, but he wants to throw. He goes deep. He's got a man. Bounces off some hands, and Giles and Leggett were in the same zip code in the end zone. Now there's talking and, more heads coming together, and there's flags in the end zone. We got a hot mess.
Yeah, it looked like Pee Wee wanted to hit Giles on the post route right there. And he might have had a step on the Wolves defender, but it looked like 7 might have got a hand right there on his chest. I think the
late on that one, I don't know.
Defensive pass interference on this one.
Yeah, it's on 7, so they're going to call it on Lee. And the Argos pick up another 15 yards, so that they were at the 38, so we're going to walk that up inside the 25. I'll take that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So penalties for both teams early. You never know coming into a game, is this going to be a clean game, relatively low on penalties? But usually with these two teams, tempers will run hot.
Yeah,
Not
you can
really
already tell.
surprised.
It's a little chippy to begin with here. We got extracurriculars after guys being out of bounds and penalties being called. This is going to be a fun one.
Jarrett claps. There's some movement up front by the defense, but they don't come across. Play clock still plenty of time at 10. Jarrett is checked out of one play into another. Will West Georgia bring pressure? He's got a tight end in to help. They do bring some up the middle. Jarrett slides away from it to his right, looks downfield. He's going to run, puts his head down, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Good coverage by the West Georgia secondary.
Yeah. Jarrett lowering his shoulder and getting out of a bad situation there. Wolves did a good job of flushing him out of the pocket, but big hit there. Don't want to take too many of those.
A little bit overmatched, it looks up front right now. At least at this point of the game, the West Georgia defensive line seems to be getting the better of this Argo offensive line, but they're big across the front, especially Eric Williams, as I mentioned already. Keandre Williams, number 45, great too. Quick one on the outside, Mystical McGee. He's got Leggett in front of him, puts his head down, looks like he's going to get a first down.
Good grief.
So a good quick pass and a good move upfield by Mystical
McGee. Leggett. Look at this block. I don't know if you could see it on the TV.
Oh, yeah,
copy.
He knocked the first man down.
He'd put some DB in the cheap seats out
and they'll
there.
go right back to it again. Mystical McGee sticks the ball out. Did he get in? They're going to say no. There's 2 flags down ahead of the play. I think Leggett buried somebody again.
I think they got Leggett on that one.
They may have gotten him, yep. It was 11 on the previous play, the gain for the first down. Leggett was blocking before the ball was thrown, which will get you in trouble. And there's the light post in the way from a TV point. I'm not going to say I said don't put the camera at the 30. It's nobody in the booth's fault. I won't say whose fault it is. I'll just keep that to myself.
Leggett absolutely dominated that corner of the play before that, and the Argos went right back to it, and Leggett kind of bear hugged the same guy.
Well, the other thing too,
he asserting his dominance there. And
he had engaged before the pass was even thrown, so you got to time that block right.
Yeah.
It'll
which
cost
is
him
okay
10.
if it's behind the line of scrimmage. But, yeah, that was
He was
tough
up the
to
field.
pull off when you're right in front of the referee there. That's
So bring it back to the 19 because it's a spot foul. And the Argos will go from there. Good sustained drive here, helped by some West Georgia penalties. They'll run the reverse.
oh boy.
And it's McGee, I think, with it
Yeah.
again. Yes, it is. He gets down to the 10. Nice little play there, and all of a sudden we're seeing Mr. McGee. Flag comes in when the play's over. Who's this going to be on? As Pee Wee Jarrett was blocking, I think, out there in front. Boy, somebody got
Jarrett was
buried
throwing
again.
a
Jarrett
huge
went
block
low.
right there.
And we're waiting on the call, and it looks like they're holding. Man, they're having to hold Coach Nobles back. His staff, he is into the officials here on the near side. Coach not happy with this penalty at all. It was his quarterback out there leading the reverse, and this crew put some laundry on the field. So waiting for the call, but the Argos, this might be two straight on blocks on the outside. Leggett's got some words for the crew. First time we've had a GSC crew this year. Unsportsmanlike. They're calling unsportsmanlike on the Argos, so that'll cost you 15. So back it up to the 26 after the game. They've gained yards and gone backwards.
Yep.
From the 11 now to the 26.
2 steps forward, 1 steps backwards.
Coach Nobles is not letting this one go. Still. And Coach Kent Morgan is down there kind of pacing with him, making sure he doesn't James Brown back onto the field. So second down, officially 24 from the 26. Little shrug of the shoulders. He's throwing it to Giles. Giles toe tapped. They're going to say he caught it.
Oh, great
What
catch.
a catch. I stood up because I was like, Giles is the only guy that can make this catch. Little toe drag swag at the 1, Coach.
Great ball there by Pee Wee Jarrett, putting it right there in the what they call the black line, real close to the sideline. Great ball placement, great body control by John Giles right there, just pushing off that defender. Incredible
Tucking it
catch.
in. Oh,
Great
we
job.
couldn't see it because the post is in the way. Put your cameras on the 30, they said. But when I told them we've got light posts in the way. But we'll take it. There's a timeout. It'll be our first one. We'll take a break with the two teams. No score. 6:13 left in the first quarter, but the Argos are on the front porch knocking on the door right here on the UWF Sports Network. Back here at Penn Air Field in Pensacola, 6:13 left, quarter number one, no score. Argos first down, goal to go at the 1. Jarrett brings the man in motion, holds him there. It's Blaylock. They'll hand it off into the end zone. Did he get through? Yes, he did. C.J. Wilson punches it home. Touchdown, Argos.
Yeah, nice little divide zone play down there on the goal line for the Argos. C.J. Wilson doing a nice job of just lowering the pads, getting in.
Doesn't matter if it was 1 yard or you just ran through the back of the end zone. The bottom line, 6 points are on the board. Griff Serra comes out to convert the PAT. He's 11 of 11 on the season, which means I just jinxed him. So let's hope he can fight through that. Talked to Griff's parents last night. They're actually living in Pensacola during this, his last season of football, enjoying it. He puts it up and off the building. The Argos are on top. 7-0 is our score. We'll do another commercial break as the Argos lead the West Georgia Wolves. Gulf South Conference football on ESPN Pensacola, Your View Sports, and Flow Sports, and the UWF Sports Network. Back with you at Penn Air Field, Will Kennedy and Coach Kyle Shoemaker on the UWF Sports Network. Try casting this game on the radio with ESPN Pensacola 99.1 FM, 1330 AM. And then we are streaming through Your View Sports, our Gulf South Conference streaming partner. And on the air, Flow Sports, Your View on the air with our friends over there. So 7-0 our score, 6:09 left in quarter number one. The Argos go 11 plays, 86 yards. C.J. Wilson punches it up with 6:09 left on the clock from 1 yard out. This kick taken at the 5. The return is on. The Argos special teams have been good, but it's a nice return out across the 20 near the 25, or 35, Nice job there from West Georgia, trying to see the number of the West Georgia player. I don't have the full West Georgia roster, Coach, but that's Keontae Skinner on the return, number 19.
A little bit of a low kick there.
Yeah, was able short.
To capitalize on that. Got a nice little crease, and it's ball on the 34 now.
This drive starts a good field position on the 34. West Georgia had taken it inside the 10, first and goal from the 9, fumbled snap. That gave the Argos opportunity. They capitalized at points off turnover. Run on first down, dancing to his left and finding a crease there, putting the head down and getting through the hole. I believe that's number 12.
Yeah, new back for us here.
May have to dig that up off a West Georgia roster. It may not be on. going deep in early.
Yeah. Not on the too deep here.
No, yeah, not on that too deep. Number 12 is, make sure I get his name right, Wesley Kennedy the third. No relation that I know of. They'll pull it out of the belly. It'll be a keep by the quarterback, Brown. Walker Robinson chases him out of bounds, but he's going to get near the first down yardage. We'll see where they finally bump him out, but a good job of reading what was there. Coach, he's quick, a little Lamar Jackson-esque across the 40.
No doubt. Yeah, Walker Robinson did a good job of reading that. He was there, just got just quarterback a little bit faster than him.
Little too much speed to the outside. We'll see where the official spot sets up a 3rd and 2. The ball is at the 42. So big third down play for both offense and defense. Man in motion is Kennedy out to the outside. Direct quarterback run. Here comes some pressure off the edge. They're going to come up and get him.
Hit.
Nice job by Ralph Ortiz of keeping it inside and putting Brown on the ground. What can Brown do for you? Not much on that play. It'll force a punt.
Yeah, great hit right there by the Argo defense right there on the quarterback.
Really good job by a couple players, Coach, of stretching it. And Ortiz flying in there.
Yeah.
They'll lose 3 yards on the play. That's the old TFL, Coach.
Love him.
As a linebacker and special teams guy, Coach Shue loves the old TFL.
That's right. The death of an offense is the negative play.
The negative play. That should be the title of a book if it's not already. Oh, coming off the edge. Looked like it might be a chance. Good punt. Drives the return man back inside his 10. It's Virgil Lemons. He doesn't have much room. He's going to get out across maybe the 13 before they drive him back. But what a kick. Really nice job by Mason Riley, who was averaging 40 yards a punt before he unleashed that Kraken.
Great punt. Argo's going to start their drive on the left hash deep in their own territory here on their own 10.
Nice job, though, of coming back after giving that long drive to the Wolves. Yeah, forcing the turnover, but getting off the field quickly with the defense this time, a 3 and out.
Absolutely.
Well, we scored from the 14 on the last drive. We're going to start from our own 12 here with 3:59 left in the first quarter. Argos on top, 7-0 in this game. First GSC game of the season against a good West Georgia team. Both teams coming in, as I mentioned at the top, 2-1. Already a conference win for West Georgia, beating Mississippi College last week. Throw on first down. Quick one over to the side. Jared Smith with the catch out across the 15. He'll go out of bounds, 17-18.
Yeah, good to see the youngster back out there getting some action.
Had an injury in fall camp. Finally kind of got healthy and has been wanting to get back into the rotation. He's out there now. We saw him get a catch against Florida A&M last week, so good to see Jared, as Coach mentioned, back. Makes the catch, goes out of bounds at the 17. It'll bring up a 2nd and 4. 18, actually, is the spot. I was doing the math. That couldn't be right. So Pee Wee Jarrett with another short completion. Hands to Jalen Busey. Busey with not much room. He'll get to the 20. So he gets 2. Did he get enough? We'll see where the spot is. It looked like they gave him just across the 20. But it looks like it'll set up a 3rd and really short. Trying to see where this spot is, Coach, because it looks like he got across the 20, needs the 22. So let's say 3rd and 1.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Where's that? Get that. The drive chart. There it is. That's what I was looking for. Yeah.
Here we go. Big 3rd down
boy.
play. Jarrett goes and runs, slides in, had C.J. Wilson blocking in front of him. He'll get the first down, move the chains, fresh set of downs. I like this. Don't take the hit. Sit down.
Smart.
Yeah.
Good job projecting yourself. I like seeing Pee Wee Jarrett go running north and south. That gets me excited.
Yeah, I will say this. I know Pee Wee played baseball. That wasn't a pretty slide for the radio audience. I always get concerned about the quarterback getting his leg caught up under him when he's sliding.
Yeah.
You know, wrenching the knee or something potentially. He needed the 22. He gets the 22. It's a first down. Coming right back with an inside run. Busey takes the handoff, gets across the 25, good push on the pile, and he fumbled. It's scooped up. It's going to be a return for a touchdown. That ball came out in the scrum, and finding it on the ground was Jeremy Smith. He takes it to the house, and it's an opportunity for West Georgia to tie this game with a PAT.
Yeah, Busey's just trying to fight for extra yards there, and that pile never fell over. It just kind of kept inching along, grinding along there, and Wolves able to strip it out. I'm kind of surprised they didn't get blown dead.
No, I was waiting for the whistle, but also you know what's happening in that scrum, punching at the football, raking at your arms. Sometimes it's better to just get on the ground than to try to be held up like that.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. No
PAT
doubt.
on the way. Perfect on the season also from the standpoint of the PAT is Brock Pellegrino. 10 of 10 before this kick. It's up a little bit to the left, but it goes through. So with 2:15 left in the quarter, we've got a 7-7 game. Turnover cost West Georgia. And now it's helped West Georgia with the Argos fumbling the football. The return takes it to the end zone. And with 2:15 to play in the quarter, we've got a tie game. Coach, that just changed the momentum in this affair in a hurry.
Yeah, sure did. Right when the Argos had a chance to maybe separate themselves a little bit, maybe it found a little bit of a groove. Big turnover, and not just a turnover, but defensive touchdown too. Now all of a sudden we're back to where we started here, a tie ball game.
The Argos are going to have to shake that one off quickly, get their hands back on the football with some time left here in the first quarter and try to get the momentum back. And football's a weird game that way where, like air in a balloon, it can suddenly be gone, but you got to shake it and move forward to the next play. Play this play.
As a wise
man, Steve Saunier will tell you.
Can't even say once said.
He still says it. He's saying it right now.
As he often says.
As he says all the time. So the Wolves put the ball back on the tee. Argos will look to try to pop a return here, maybe get some decent field position. That's the problem with starting deep in your own end, as the Argos did with the last possession at the 12. They had gotten the first down, but then fumbled the football, and it's a return by Jeremy Smith into the end zone.
No wind out here tonight, Coach. Kind of feels, it's perfect
sticky
weather. It's just, it's wonderful. But from a kicking standpoint, you're always kind of aware of wind, direction, weather, all that. So you're kind of hypersensitive to that stuff. And really no factor at all. Wolves kicked that touchback out in the last one, but shouldn't really affect kicking one direction or the other in this game.
You can see the streamers at the top of both goalposts not moving at all. So there is no breeze blowing through Pin Air Field. Ball on the tee, and squibbed. That's going to go out of bounds. That's going to cost you with the penalty. The Argos will start at some decent field position at the 35.
Absolutely. Good starting field position for the good guys here.
That looks like the kind of drive I hit when I haven't played golf in a while.
That looks like the kind of drive I typically hit.
Like it killed a squirrel with it. So the call is on West Georgia. You kick it out of bounds. That is a penalty. So the Argos go right back on offense. This will be their fourth possession of the quarter. Granted, the last one was cut short by a fumble return for a touchdown. So Jared will bring the offense back. Again, Nash Nelson not playing in this game. So right now, right to left, Colton Beasley, Namanta Decor, Oak Stipe at center. You've got backup sliding in at the left guard, and it's Jacob Bruce at left tackle. I'm trying to see who's playing left guard. I'll get that number for you in a second. First down play. Jarrett's looking deep. He's got the gun. He's got the man, John Giles. Oh, defender. And there's the post again in my shot. Giles almost dragged the defender into the end zone as he put the stiff arm out there. I think he's going to go out of bounds inside the 5, but we were saying you can't hold John Giles. I talked to John Coach before the game. He told me, I said, what do you see from their DBs? He said they're not big enough.
From the guy who's 6'4". I mean, from our angle, we had a great angle of this. I mean, Giles had that guy beat. I mean, by a couple steps. It was pretty nice. And Pee Wee Jarrett put it right in the bread basket. Great pitch and catch right there by the Argos.
Well, I was going to say they had it at the 1. It's actually at the 2. I was going to say we've been here before, but
give me a little quarterback run.
Yeah, how about
Punch
keep
this
it, big
thing in
fella?
here.
Now they're going to give it to Wilson. He's in easy. Another Argo touchdown. You wanted an answer after the fumble return?
Yeah.
They come right back. Deep ball to Giles. Touchdown C.J. Wilson. Argos back in the lead.
Great play call there by Coach Nobles and the gang. And great way to finish the drive there by C.J. Wilson.
I was going to say it is Colton Beasley over there opening that hole on the right side, so kudos to him. Kingston Grady, I think, is in there at left guard with a little mix of some other guys as well. So you got to step up, next man up at every position. The Argos offensive line makes it happen there. This one into the net but through, and the Argos take no time at all. They got the ball with 2:15. They don't even take 30 seconds to find the end zone and take another 7-point lead.
Yeah. I like scoring fast, Coach. It is nice.
No, it's the best way. I mean, we don't need a long drive. Forget that.
I do appreciate a long drive, but it is nice to score quick.
I can do this one easy. 3 plays, 65 yards, capped by the C.J. Wilson 2-yard touchdown run, and the Argos lead 14-7. Big play on that one, of course, will be the 63-yard pass and catch from Pee Wee Jarrett to John Giles. John Giles is, as they say, a problem if you're the other team's defense.
He is, absolutely. You know, I was just thinking we haven't seen a ton of deep shots out of this Argos offense, just, you know, from the jump street, other than like last week Pee Wee kind of scrambling around, throwing it deep. But, called deep shots. They must have really liked that matchup with Giles, wanted to exploit it, and when they're taking them, they see something that they like.
Zay Britt, Keontae Skinner are back as the 2 deep return men for the Wolves. Ball is on the tee for Logan Gregory, who handles the kickoff duties. He's the punter. He's going to put this one down into the far side corner. It'll be the return is on. Oh, big hit. Did the ball come out?
Oh, boy.
Man, I'll tell you what, Skinner got rocked. You may want to put him through the protocol over on the sidelines. That was rough.
Good grief. I mean, he was running full speed. And I didn't see who hit him, but he went from top speed to dead stop.
Replay we're watching here. Whoa, coming up,
grief.
both guys. Ball was out.
23.
Good job. That's Rodney McGraw with the big hit, but a nice job by Jerry Mays of coming up with the football, because that could have been Argos football right there.
Rodney McGraw stuck his shoulder right in that returner's stomach right there. I mean,
McGraw recoiled, Coach, off that. I mean, that was how hard a hit that was. Ball at the 25. First down play. Brown will keep. He's going to get the outside. Just couldn't keep his feet over there was Riley, the linebacker, Robert Riley, who's in the game. So
this Argos team, and they can deliver some hits.
Yeah, they can. Man, Riley had him for a second, and then it's going to be Joel Vargas, number 40, who puts him on the ground. Gain of 5. Second down and 5. Brown. 4 receivers out, 2 on each side of the set. Ball near hash. He's looking to throw, puts it up. He's got a man, but he just can't hang on to it. That ball was placed. The defender was beaten and unable to make the catch. Was LaPerrian Perry. Coach, he doesn't show up on the 2 deep, and we know LaPerrian Perry in year number 7 is going to play.
Yeah. No hiding that guy.
Incompletion brings up 3rd and 5. Chance for this Argos defense with 56.8 seconds left in quarter number 1 to try to get the football back for the offense, which is cooking right now. Brown back to pass. Here comes some pressure. They force him back. He chunks it. Incompletion. Nice job up the middle. I see Colin Shaw, Byron Puryear, a bunch of Argos getting up off the ground. Great job by this defense.
Yeah, that Argos defense, man, they're aggressive. They were lined up in some 1 high, playing some man coverage right there and bringing the heat. on third down.
Going to force a punt. Let's check in. Justin Scott for us, something on the sideline. Justin?
Well, when you see someone like Coach Caleb Nobles, most head coaches are about 10 to 15 years well past their playing career. With Coach Nobles, it's only about 5 or 6. That youth is still within them. You see a lot of energy on the good and the bad sides. We saw that with that unsportsmanlike conduct that got drawn on him. But then what the great thing is when you see those giant plays and his running back getting 2 touchdowns already on the night in the first half.
Thank you, Justin. Ripping the punt is Mason Riley, and he gets run into. If it's roughing, it's a first down. If it's running into, it's a first down. The Argos, Coach, I've been saying they've been close to a block, but they may have cost themselves a possession here.
They did. It looked like they ran into the plant foot there, which we're going to see what the ref calls here.
Roughing, so it's a big one.
Yeah.
That's going to keep the drive alive. Would have been a punt. It would have been a good punt. Argos would have been deep in their own end, but we're watching the replay here, and, you rolled into the plant foot off the edge, and that's costly.
For the roughing. If you hit the kicking foot, they'll call you for running into. It's only 5 yards, but the 15-yarder.
See, they're going to roll this thing out to the 45. So not only do you keep a drive alive when they look like they didn't have anything going, but it's good field position as well. And, Coach, penalties just costly for this Argo team.
Yeah.
We've talked about it week in and week out, and I know it's been a point of emphasis already, the fourth, and we're not out of the first quarter yet.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, you want to play aggressive. You can live with a couple of those, but
Brown gets it out quick to Perry, but a nice job of closing up and closing down for is DJ Barnes flying to the football. He's been a revelation early in the year, has an interception, came into the game with 12 tackles, but he gets to Perry quickly. Looks like maybe another flag, or there's a discussion. Good job by Barnes of really flying up. Defensive offside, there's penalty number 5. It's going to be 1st and 5 now. Man, Coach.
Yeah, that's not one that
you put him at the 50.
That's not one you want. The aggressive ones you can kind of live with. The ones like that where you shoot yourself in the foot.
2 straight penalties, a big one on the punt, and then an opportunity here off the defensive offsides. Brown rolls out to his right, got room to run. Slides down in front of Ralph Ortiz. They're going to spot him short. So he gets maybe 2.5 yards. It'll set up 2nd and short.
That may take us into the second quarter here, Coach.
I believe it will. Zeros on the clock. Argos on top 14-7. West Georgia on the move. We'll take a 2.5-minute break. The quarter break right here. You're watching and listening to Argo football on the UWF Sports Network. We're 1 quarter into this one from Penn Air Field in Pensacola. Will Kennedy, Coach Kyle Schumacher with you. 14-7 our score. Argos on top. West Georgia on the second down play coming. And it's an incompletion over here on the near sideline. We lost signal for a minute, but we're okay. Looks like we're back. Result of the play is an incompletion. That's going to bring up a big third down. So the Argos will force a third down play here. And the officials will discuss. Oh, pass interference on the offense. That's an interesting one. Going to back this thing up.
Yeah. Not what you often see.
Wait, so where are we moving the ball? Oh, okay, backwards. We're at the end of the field, so watching this happen the other way is an interesting. But I'll tell you what, West Georgia just cost themselves. Ball will be moved back into their end of the field at the 38 off the penalty. So 2nd and 17 now. And they get a jump. John McMullen moves up front. They'll chunk one down the field, but out of bounds. And then there's some shoving between Brandon Cross and the receiver over there, number 2, Terrell Cole. B. Cross in good coverage, but it was a free play, so you're going to give 5 yards. Coach, this is like watching the hokey pokey. Both teams.
Yeah.
Forward, backward, and it was John McMullen trying to get a jump on that, but it'll cost 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 12. Ball out to the 43 off the penalty.
Yeah, both teams doing a good job of utilizing that hard count. I think each one's caught the other one jumping off sides there and trying to capitalize. So
it's a
what you got to do to neutralize an active defensive line.
Long first quarter there, Coach. 14:42 left in this one. Brown back. They're going to get him and put him on the ground. The Argos defense, Deshaun Wilson, big 97. Jake Dorn get to the quarterback, and it's a sack.
Yeah.
Juice Williams. I got to say Juice Williams. Every time I see Juice Williams, I got to say Juice Williams. He was putting pressure, but it was Dorn, it was Wilson meeting at the quarterback.
Great job by the Argos defense getting some pressure right there.
Looks like they'll put it back 3 yards, so to the 39, loss of 4. Flags fly before this play can go anywhere, and they're pointing at the Argos. What do you do if you're a coach and you're over there on the sideline, and this is the 3rd week where the penalties are just mounting? Is it just utter frustration? Can you say anything to your guys to be like, dudes?
Yeah, you gotta look at all those different penalties and what's getting called, and there's good penalties and bad penalties. So the ones that are kind of boneheaded mistakes, you gotta discipline those. But
it was Deshaun Wilson jumping up front. So it's 3rd and 11. Here comes the play. That could have been picked. Perry catches it short of the 50. It's going to bring up a 4th and 6. And we'll see what West Georgia decides to do. Looks like they're leaving the offense on in the middle of the field, Coach.
There you go.
Feeling
a lot of confidence there in their offense and their defense. If they're
Argos may take a timeout here, which I think is probably the good call to talk about this, and I like that from the coaching staff. I'm looking for the red hat. Where's Jim Hammond? Is he coming out? No, he's not. So we'll keep it here. So, Coach, this is, 13:41 left in the second quarter. You're down 14-7. Seems awful early. I know if you punt it, you may not, you may have a chance to pin them deep, though.
Yeah. Looking at 4th and 5, looking at how many times the Argos have jumped on the hard count. I'm thinking if I'm West Georgia, hey, let's leave our offense out there. Let's try to hard count them, see if we can get them to jump off sides. We'll take the delay game if we can't, no big deal, and we'll just punt it anyway. We'll give ourselves more room to punt. So you see a lot of that in the middle of the field. People looking like they're going to go for it, faking like they're going to go for it, just trying to draw the defense or the punt return unit off sides there and get a cheap, easy first down.
Hard count, roughing the punter, all those things have happened on 4th downs here. Brown, by the way, 3 of 7 only completing about 43% of his passes, so hasn't been super efficient. It'll be interesting to see what the play call is. I imagine they may try to let him run with the football.
Yeah,
Argos don't look like they're walking up pressure. Brown checks out of the first play. He's got 4 receivers, 2 on each side of the set. Ball's middle of the field, right on the Argo logo. Kennedy is the back on his right shoulder. Play clock winds down. Are they going to run a play, or are they just trying to get him to jump? I don't think they're going to run a play. Well, that didn't even look like they tried to get him to jump, Coach. There was never even a snap count.
Yeah.
So what is the play here? Taking a penalty? No, they delay of game. Yes, they're just going to back it up. They were hoping, like, how very Nostradamus of you, Coach. You were like, I think they're trying to draw him off sides.
Yeah. I would have thought they would have tried to, fake a hard count or something, though. But it didn't seem like there was much effort. It just seemed like it went out there and took the delay game.
There's the Argo home side crowd tonight. I think I see Marcus Stokestad in the crowd there. There's quite a few Argo faithful. They don't know what to do really right now. It's kind of like, where's the energy? Well, here comes the punt attempt. They don't run into him. Where did this go? Up in the air, takes a sideways bounce. It'll slip out of bounds in Argo territory, but they'll have an opportunity to have the football, get back on offense. So long and short of it, it ends up being a good job by the defense. I see the red hat. We'll take a break. 13:32 to play, 2-minute break. Argo's on top 14-7 on the UWF Sports Network. Back with you here. Early second quarter, 14-7 our score. UWF on top of West Georgia at home here at Penn Air Field. Will Kennedy and Coach Kyle Shoemaker with you on the call, both radio and the video side of the equation. First down, Argos start at their 19 after another good punt. They'll run it. Middle of the line, it looks like a rugby match. The scrum continues. And it's going to be a gain of about 5 on the first down carry. Designed little inside handoff. I thought it was a QB run at first, but no, it's Jamontez Woods getting his first action of the night. Good positive play on first down.
Yeah, great job. Great job by the Argo offense, just moving it methodically here.
Out to the 24, 2nd and 5. The deep ball's there. We've seen them take advantage of it already, but, get that run, get them creeping in, pulls it out of the belly. He's going deep off the back foot. He's got a man. It's Jared Smith into Wolves territory. Smith is holding his shoulder. He went down on his shoulder. They're going to bring out the training staff. but that's another big play, and you hate it for Jared Smith to see him down on the field. Hopefully it's something he shakes off. But how about off the back foot to be able to put the ball down the field like that from Pee Wee Jarrett?
Yeah, it looked like he might have held on to that one a little too long, but ended up being a perfect ball. Hopefully Jared Smith's able to pop back up and get out of this one.
I think if Pee Wee Jarrett steps into that throw and leads him, it's a touchdown easily. Smith catches it on the run, flies into the end zone regardless. It's a big play that flips the field and puts the Argos in threatening position again. We are obviously keeping an eye on Jared Smith. Let's look at the replay, but you can watch here on the TV side. I mean, that's just really off his kind of his back foot mid-throw.
Yeah.
But Smith had beaten both DBs down the field, and they were just trying to catch up to him, and it ends up being a huge play.
Yeah, big.
I believe Smith is up. So defensive coaches like that too, right? You're down there on that sideline, and you see that ball in the air. You're like, let's do this.
Yeah, absolutely. You love playing defense when you got a big lead, for sure.
So from 124 to the other 24 is how that play works. So it goes for 52 yards on the throw and catch. Argo first down, and they're looking to put some more points on the board. 12:35 left in the first half. 14-7 UWF our score on top of West Georgia. Blaylock comes in motion. Two receivers up top, single down low. They'll hand off. Woods looking for some room, has some, puts his head down across the 20. He'll get the 19. Really never got into gear, was just looking for some opportunity and found some green grass.
Yep. Just a little lead play here. Nice blocking by Blaylock there. Pick up a nice little positive gain on first down.
You see Colton Beasley 7-8 yards downfield finding somebody. So these offensive linemen, Coach, they're releasing, getting to that second level, and you get 5 yards on the carry.
Yeah, absolutely.
Offensive linemen love that. You know, pass blocking is like you're exposed and weird stuff can happen. Run blocking, let me get down there. Let me get somebody. Let me get a linebacker who's smaller than me. And
yeah, definitely. Getting up on the second, third level guys.
Jarrett goes to throw. He's got a man in the end zone, just too tall for Giles. I think if he floats that a little bit, Giles is the only guy with a chance. This one just too hot coming in. It'll be 3rd and 5. I like the thought.
Yeah.
I like where your head's at, as they say.
Yeah, they like that matchup with Giles on the outside there. They've been going at that a little bit tonight.
We are without graphics right now. Had a little bit of an issue with the switcher, a little bit of a brain freeze, if you will. But we got the picture for you. We'll try to work on getting it back when we get an opportunity. Jarrett brings Blaylock across the set. 3rd and 5 from the 19. Pee Wee's going to look to keep or pitch. Fakes the man. Gets inside the 10. Punishes the defender. It's going to be a first down for the Argos. Nice job by Pee Wee Jarrett of kind of throwing that little fake pitch and then turning it upfield.
Great job with the old fake pitch right there. Taking it, sticking his foot in the ground, getting vertical.
He made a defender look somewhat silly right there. That was Xavier Robinson at that middle linebacker position, who's a good player, but he had to choose either the running back or the 250-pound quarterback, and he chose the running back.
Yeah.
Probably a smart choice in the long run.
He's been laying the wood tonight. He's been throwing blocks. He's been dropping his shoulder. He's been playing physical, that's for sure.
Argos are in the red zone. First down and goal to go from the 10. They'll give it to Woods. Not much happening there. He doesn't go down. As Robinson gets into him, they're going to kind of get their heads together after the play. They'll maybe give him a yard. Good job by Robinson's like, I can do that to the running back.
Yeah, no doubt.
Good hit. Now that's textbook tackling for the audience that can see it. And for the radio audience, he breaks down, puts his shoulder in the running back's midsection, drives him backwards.
Yep. A
Gain
bit
of
lower
1.
in the back, and did a good job.
2nd down, goal to go from the 9. Argos looking to add to the lead. Jarrett takes the snap. All day to throws. Got a man into the end zone. Touchdown, Argos. Caden Leggett. It's his favorite corner of Penn Air Field. We've seen him do it again and again.
Yeah, I was just thinking, man, we haven't thrown the ball to Leggett a whole lot. And there you go.
There it is. Yeah, Giles has been the main target. Leggett, I think, had one catch earlier, but this is Beautiful. The defender went down. He's holding his knee, but it looked like he just kind of lost his balance. It's a safety on Caden Leggett.
Yeah.
That's trouble. And Michael Merriweather just was on the ground. Leggett jumped over the top of him, finds the end zone, but they're looking at Merriweather right now.
Mm-hmm.
Love the play. Love getting it to we said coming in, Coach, your playmakers are John Giles, Caden Leggett, and, of course, Pee Wee at quarterback. Let's have those guys more involved.
Right. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. You know, they've been targeting Giles. They've been targeting Leggett. Obviously, he just got the touchdown there. Pee Wee's, they're featuring him in the run game. He's getting vertical. He's, tucking the ball on passes where he doesn't like what he sees and just getting positive yardage going forward. Liking what we're seeing out of this Argo offense.
Offense is cooking right here early. A chance to go up 14 points on this point after by Griffin Sarah. A note, I thought we might have a chance if they put a ball in his hands. It is not Mystical McGee wearing number 2. It's KJ Franklin, who normally wears 5. I thought Mystical looked a little smaller.
Yeah, looked a little faster.
A little faster maybe, but that's KJ. So if it gets back into 2's hands, that's who it is. Apparently a midweek change that we were not informed of on our 2 deep.
Those single digits, they're in high demand. When they come available, they get snatched up quickly.
Never had one, Coach.
Me neither.
Good job getting the snap down by Logan Gregory. It's up and through. The Argos lead by 14. 21-7 our score. 10:04 in the first half left to go. We'll take a 2-minute break on the UWF Sports Network. Welcome back to Penn Air Field. Will Kennedy, Coach Kyle Shoemaker with you. 21-7 our score, 10:04 to play in the first half. West Florida on top of West Georgia in a battle of border states and their western universities.
That's right.
It's magical. Coach and I are just chilling in the end zone, sitting in directors' chairs, watching some good football. We'll get you updated on halftime, some other good GSC games going on tonight. But right now, we said top of this broadcast as Logan Gregory punches this one into the air. It'll be taken deep. The return is on by LaPerrian Perry. Here comes some coverage. They'll get him shy of the 20 and bottle him up there. Coach, we said in the lead-in to this game that, we needed to see the Argos offense. What was the identity going to be? What were they going to hang their hat on, so to speak? It looks like it's going to be Pee Wee Jarrett and throwing the ball deep and finding Leggett and Giles in the offense.
Yeah, I think you're right. Mixing in C.J. Williams and a couple other backs in the run game, I think you're totally right.
it's going to be interesting to see, can they kind of keep that momentum rolling? Still a lot of time in the first half, but this definitely looks like a top 10 type team in the offense for the Argos early. So starting from their own 20 with 9:56 in the quarter, West Georgia, Brown will dump it in the flat to his fullback. Gets some decent yardage with Trey Williams, big fella. Trey's a big kid, 6'4", 217. Not many places use a fullback anymore.
No, you don't see a whole lot of that.
And wearing number 34 to boot. It's old school. Kind of jumped in the air before DJ Barnes knocked him out of bounds. Looks like the ball will be spotted at the 23, excuse me. Up, he'll hit the 25. It's going to be a 3rd and 5.
Yeah, a little screen play there by the Wolves. Argos sniffed it out, a little misdirection screen.
John McMullen's out there in the flat, coach, putting a hit on a receiver. I don't want to see him if I'm a little wide receiver.
That guy is active. I mean, we saw it last week too at FAMU, and he's out in the flat making plays. He's in the box making plays. That guy is active.
You know, it speaks to his athletic ability and his football savvy that he can play defensive tackle at 225 pounds and 5'10", 5'11". Time, he clearly can get outside if you need him to.
Yeah.
Right now you're seeing this rotation. Joel Vargas lined up at the left defensive end. He's a young guy, part of this defense as a freshman. 3rd down and 5. They're going to chase Brown out of the pocket. He throws it, picked off. Ralph Ortiz is taking it to the house. It's a pick 6. Touchdown, Argos. Credit the pass rush.
Oh, yeah.
Credit a linebacker return for a touchdown. I'm happy.
Right.
You're happy. We're all happy.
Great job. Great job by the Argo defense right there.
How about that? That gets the crowd
pressure.
fired up. I look
Lots
up
of
now.
pressure
Both
there.
sides are filled with people. But it's McMullen, it's Walker Robinson in the face of Brown, forces a lame duck, and Ortiz takes it to the house. Touchdown, Argos.
Great job by the Argos defense right there. Just bringing a little simulated pressure there and collapsing the pocket, forcing a bad throw. And Ralph Ortiz capitalizing on it.
This is a epically disastrous night for the offense for West Georgia. Their first drive looked promising.
Yeah.
They fumble. That leads to points.
Yeah.
Their defense has scored, but now they've given up a pick 6. So
Yeah.
we've seen a fumble return for a touchdown, a pick 6 for a touchdown.
Right.
And the Argos continue to add on to their lead with 8:35 to play now. They are up 28-7. And this has got the early markings of a blowout, Coach.
Yeah, it really is. You're not wrong at all. Yeah, this is getting out of hand.
You know who you don't want to be tonight? You do
Wolves
not
fan.
want to be the ROTC guys who have to do push-ups.
Yeah.
I got a feeling you're gonna need to see the physical therapist on Monday.
Yeah, it's trending in that direction for sure.
So we've got a big lead, 3-touchdown lead for the Argos, and they've done it with the deep ball and some short touchdown runs, and now an INT. Pick 6 for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting in on the party. Everybody having a good time. So the Argos will kick it off again. Logan Gregory is getting a little bit of a workout with the leg here.
Felt like we scored more points in the second, but I guess it's just been 2-2.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns here. I mean, there was the West Georgia touchdown
Yeah.
wedged in there between Argos scores in the first quarter. But you look up, and he's still got more than half of this quarter to play. And the Argos give it right back to West Georgia. I don't know if you're West Georgia, do you maybe try the other quarterback?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's any
Yeah.
better. We were looking at it, and Whitlock's completion percentage is not that different from Brown's, and Brown can hurt you with his legs. But the Argos defense at this point, you don't need to really respect the deep ball.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you're not scoring touchdowns, at least don't turn it over.
Gregory kicks it. Kennedy's got the return up the side, 30, 35, knocked down near the 40. Good return for Wesley Kennedy the third. And West Georgia gets a little bit of life in special teams play, and they'll start with decent field position.
Yeah, great return by the Wolves there, up the right up the numbers. Get up almost to about midfield there. Tackled on the 41 by the kicker there. Was kind of the last line of defense. If he didn't make that tackle, we could have been in trouble there.
Really feels, from a flow standpoint, like West Georgia's got to do something with the football right here. They've got to get something sustained.
Yeah.
Preferably, if you're a Wolves fan, get some points just to kind of hang into this game before half. You don't want to give the ball back to the UWF offense too quickly because all of a sudden you could be buried.
No, you're right, for sure.
Brown back to pass. He's going to just run up the middle, actually dumps it off, finds Kennedy. Walker Robinson gets him, holds him up, wrestles him to the ground, a little short of the 45. That play gets some positive yards but doesn't really go anywhere. They'll give him the 45, gain of 4.
Yeah, credit this Argos defense. They've done a great job. I mean, the Wolves drove the field pretty well there, the first or second drive.
First drive, yeah.
Since then, Argos have not given up much yardage at all.
They say defensively, you preach this as a coach, keep it in front of you. Not hard to do right now for West Florida.
Yeah.
They'll keep this one in front of them. It's a good play as far as a little bit of run to the right side. It moves the line of scrimmage, but not far. Kennedy with the carry this time, so he's getting it through the passing game and running. But nice job of just keeping the legs churning and picking up positive yards. Sets up a 3rd and 2 at the 49. Big third down if you're West Georgia.
Yeah.
Really need to get this first down, keep the clock running, move the sticks, don't give it back to Jarrett and company.
One piece of strategy. We saw a little hard count here.
Try to draw them off sides. Argos, just relax, man, chill. They'll hand it to Kennedy. Kennedy's got the 50. Did he get the first down? Flag comes in behind the play. The tackle was up high. I'm not quite sure what the call is. We hadn't seen a penalty in a while, Coach. I thought we had smoothed it out a little.
Yeah.
Kennedy is really kind of the bell cow right now. It's nothing on the tackle. It's got to be something off the play, off the ball. Holding on the offense, so they kill themselves. They would have been close to the first down. Instead, they'll back it up, and they'll face a 3rd and 12.
That's right.
Man, rough one for West Georgia all the way around tonight.
Yeah, this is right when you get a little life, shoot yourself in the foot with a little penalty there. That's not helpful, especially against this West Florida defense. You do not want to put yourself into 3rd and long against these guys.
You think anybody up on the front of that defensive line is ready to go find the quarterback on 3rd and 12?
It looks like it. Right
Byron
now.
Puryear certainly looks like it. He stands over the middle. He'll kind of fade out. The throw is high. Barnes would have had him anyways. It's an incompletion. It's going to force a punt, and the Argos is going to get the football back. Byron Puryear, I noticed on the 2-deep, I don't know if you caught this, Coach, they had him listed at defensive tackle. He's a rush end at 6'5", 230, but he's lining up kind of over the center. And so you're giving this offensive line and the offense some different looks defensively.
Yeah. Typically, those guards, those interior offensive linemen are not as athletic as those tackles on the edge. And so when you get a guy like Puryear, somebody on the inside there who can match up like that, yes, smaller, but moves so much better than an interior offensive lineman. You get some really nice matchups inside there.
Justin Patrick was just talking about Caleb Nobles not being that far removed as a player. He just sprinted. I don't know what the time on it was. I didn't have my watch going, but he sprinted up the sideline to call a timeout to avoid a too many men on the field call on a potential punt. I mean, I'm worried about Caleb pulling a muscle in there.
Hey, he's still in his 20s, man. There's no way he's pulling a muscle.
Oh, you say that. Even if he did, he'd have to try to walk it off.
Yeah, for sure.
Coach Nobles is still hot. He's in his headset talking with everybody, and they had a player on the field that they were trying to get off. Looks like we may have lost our signal here at the desk for a second in the broadcast booth. We'll have to look at this the old-fashioned way for the radio audience. 6:34 left. Second quarter of this one. 28-7 is our score.
Virgil Lemon's back for the punt return.
Yeah, Verge is standing back there in his own end, kind of waiting on Mason Riley, who's kicked some good ones. This one is high in the air, end over end. Lemons is going to take it. Got a guy right on him, driving backwards. He won't pick up much on this at all. In fact, he may have lost a little bit on the catch. But
Yeah.
Argos will get the football back. Scoreboard is out. Our monitor here is out. Looks like the scoreboard kind of pops back in, but forcing the punt. The Argo defense has really been good tonight. Really pitching a shutout, Coach, at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they've been phenomenal, really. I mean,
the points for West Georgia coming off a fumble recovery for a touchdown. Trying to see where this ball is officially placed. Looks like it's near the 20-ish. Yep, right short of the nose of the ball, short of the 20. We'll give them the 20. So the Argos got 80 yards to go with 6:22. If Caleb Nobles has that Pete Shinnick in him, he might just chunk one deep on first down. That's the way.
How about this stat? Argos 10.24 yards per play. West Georgia 3.75.
That's a recipe.
Massive.
We've already got 198 yards of passing offense in the first half with 6:12 left to go.
Yeah.
And Jarrett could eat some more right here. He'll go with Wilson on his left shoulder. Movement up front. Big fella on the defensive line, Eric Williams, but he draws the false start, or he got pulled by the false start. And you just kind of see it right here. I don't know about that. Where was the false start? We just watched the replay. Didn't look like anybody on the left side of the line for the Argos moved at all. They'll back it up to the 15. Just means like more stats, Coach.
Yeah.
85 yards instead of 80.
Yeah, well, let's go get another long drive here.
Jarrett surveys. He's got three receivers bunched on his left side. Fires it. That is KJ Franklin making the catch up at the 20. That'll get the penalty yards back.
Yeah, a little bunch drive. Ball thrown a little inside there, and KJ able to hang on to that ball, but took a good hit there that Pee Wee kind of hung him out there a little bit.
The defense was all over right behind the route, so really throwing it out in front of him might have put it, if he missed it, it's into the defense.
Yeah.
They'll give him the 21, so gain of 6. It'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Single back, two receivers up on the high side of the field, got the tight ends in there, two of them. Two tight ends. What are we doing? Cuts it back to the inside. It's Giles across the 30. He's going to get the first down. John Giles continues to have a big game here on a Saturday night at home.
Yeah, great game tonight so far for Giles. They've been feeding him quite a bit. I was going to say on that last one, two tight ends out there, not something we've seen a whole lot of out of this Argo offense.
Jackson Blaylock, Jake Robinette both in there. They'll give him the 33, gain of 12. Argo first down, move the chains. Under 5 minutes to go here. Giles will come out near side of the field with Jacoby Quillen. Leggett single up on the top side. Ball's on the far hash. Jarrett surveys the defense, takes the quick snap. He's looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket to his right. Looks downfield. He'll tuck it, get out of bounds. Pick up 5.
Good choice there by Pee Wee. Not seeing much down the field, just using his feet, getting north and south, getting some positive yardage, not taking a hit. Good
really
choice.
Never had to get into gear there, Coach. Just kind of loped is the word I was going to use.
He's
kind
a
of
long strider.
Yeah, he's got long legs. Big kid. Even though he's named Pee Wee. Big solid gain there. The ball was at the 34 officially, so 5 yards to the 39. 2nd and 5. Playbook wide open, this part of the field, this down and distance, but whistles come in. I did not see a flag. Is it a timeout? Is it a spot? What are we doing here? 5-yard penalty on the Argos. Wow. False start?
I missed what that was.
We're up to 9, and we're not out of the first half yet. We may break a record tonight.
We're on pace.
Jeez. I know the coaching staff's got to be frustrated. I'm frustrated over there. Jarrett back to pass, 2nd and 10. Little pump fake, throws it out. He's got a man. It's Leggett. Good job hanging defensively on the coverage. There's the DB over there, but a flag in the backfield. Jarrett says they got my face mask, I think, is what I'm seeing him convey to the official. Jacob Bruce's helmet is off. Try to see on the replay here. Yeah, hand to the face, clearly.
Absolutely hands to the face.
And that's a good one. It was
people.
Jordan Clark in good coverage over there on Leggett, but you get it hurt right here on the play. That's a 15-yarder on the hands to the face call. Argos offense, 217 yards passing already. They've run for 63. Coach, we're closing in on 300 total yards.
We are. And Argo defense giving up less than 100 yards so far in the first half. That's impressive.
Stout for this conference against this opponent. That moves it out to the 49, so the Argos benefit from a penalty instead of getting hurt by one. I see a guy walking by with a Texas Longhorn hat on. I don't know what that significance that has, but I feel good as we're going to play Baylor later. It just maybe, it's an omen.
It is.
First down. Jarrett back to pass. Pressure coming. They've got him. He dumps it to Wilson. What a little play. Might get back to the line of scrimmage, but instead of a sack, it ends up being a 1-yard loss.
I thought that was a sack for sure. I lost it behind the pole, ironically. But
Wilson was back there with him, Coach, and he just, Pee-wee, that's a savvy play, just dumps it to him. Trying to make something happen. We saw Jeremy Musa from Florida A&M last week. They're a really good quarterback.
Yeah.
He just would have dumped that at CJ's feet and taken the incompletion.
Absolutely.
3:29 and counting down left. Argos face a 2nd and 10 after the short play. 2nd and 13, actually. Sorry, that backs them into their own territory to their 49. And they'll quick throw out. They get to Jacoby Quillen, quickly, and it'll be a short game. Nice job by the West Georgia defense of flying to the football. It's that quick passing game. He had two choices, KJ Franklin or Quillen over there, but the DBs close it down quickly, and it'll set up a 3rd, and it looks like 8. 3rd and 8 ball at the West Georgia 47. 3rd and 8. So here it comes. Jarrett back to pass. Fires it, has a man. No, it was low and at the feet of Quillen. If he throws that up around the chest area, it's an easy completion. That one was just a misfire, and Jacoby, to his credit, I thought still had a chance to catch the football. We're watching a replay here.
Yeah.
That's a tough catch. He pulls it up and gets hit right as he's trying to bring it in to his hands, down around his ankles, and the degree of difficulty on that would have been, even the Russian judge would have appreciated.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. I thought he had it as well, and then feet just got taken right out. I think that was enough to get him to bobble it there.
So it stays at the 49, incomplete pass. It's going to bring out the punting team, Logan Gregory. They won't go for it this down and distance. Gregory with a chance to pin West Georgia deep. Takes a big bounce. It's going to get into the end zone. The coverage guy, I thought, had an opportunity, but that thing, it turned left when it might have turned right, and it'll go for a touchback.
Yeah, those are tough. He loved to pin him on the 1 there, and but unfortunately, ball back out at the 20.
That'll be a touchback. It'll be West Georgia with another chance here on offense to try to get something going.
82 yards on the day. That's a tough day at the office.
Total offense for West Georgia?
For the old Wolves, yes, sir.
That's not a recipe for winning a football game in the Gulf South Conference.
No.
They'll roll the offense, the struggling offense, back out there. You like that? You like Canadian accent I just gave you? The offense.
That was good.
And it's Brown still in there at quarterback. Man goes in motion across the set. He's got everybody bunched tight, looking to throw, chased out of the pocket, nobody downfield. He's just going to take it out of bounds for a short gain. That's kind of a coverage sack, even though it's not a sack.
Yeah, it is. Not much on the game there. Yeah, he might have picked up 2.
I like the pressure they're getting on him, but it seems like it's coming up the middle, which is a little dangerous with a guy like him because if he gets outside, he could hurt you.
Yeah, definitely. You want to flush those guys out. Sometimes, people like to flush those guys out one way or the other consistently. Sometimes it's hard for them to complete.
They didn't give him anything on that first down carry. They hand off to Kennedy. He looks like he's got room, but Walker Robinson on the shoestrings gets him to the ground quickly. Nice tackle.
I'm wondering if Mosley is out.
That's what I'm guessing, Coach. Mosley must have gotten hurt.
That first quarter, yeah.
They're going to get 3. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Argos don't show any pressure up front like they're going to bring it, but they've got guys that can get you anyways, and they do. They push the pocket. Oh, my. Just driving the offensive lineman into the quarterback. Byron Puryear almost gets the sack. Brown gets it away, but that's a man's rush. Coach, they call it a bull rush for a reason.
Yeah, wow. He's dynamic off the edge. He's done a great job getting pressure on, rushing those tackles tonight. That was the same pressure that they or movement game, I guess, whatever you want to call it, that they ran on the pick there. And nice job of having some really good success with that movement on the defensive line tonight.
Byron Puryear's a young man. He may not know this group and this song, but he just, in the words of Chuck D at Public Enemy, brought the noise from his position. Oh, ooh. Almost got the block off the foot. It's a short punt because of that. Shankopotamus has entered the chat.
That's right.
And the Argos going to get good field position with 1:17 left in the half.
It felt like that punter was holding on to it forever back there, and all of a sudden the blue jersey came flying off the edge. It seemed like a matter of time because Argos been pressuring. Ooh, almost had it.
So
right
close
there
on the replay there. So the Argos are going to get an opportunity here. They're really better field position than they were in when they punted it to West Georgia.
Yeah.
And that wasn't
Great
even with pinning him deep.
We might be able to get one more here.
I think so.
Coach Noble is going to put one more on him.
No love loss, right?
No.
Isn't there a relationship between?
I believe Coach Dean was
at
Coach
Valdosta.
Noble's head coach when he was the quarterback at Valdosta.
And then when he wasn't the quarterback.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
We're stirring a pot over here. It's what we do. That's what announcers get paid for. Pee Wee Jarrett gets a nice block on the edge by his running back. He gets old Jackson Blaylock out in front of him throwing a block. He's going to pick up a couple yards on first down. Did he get out of bounds? Stop the clock. I believe he did. 1:08 left, and the Argos are on the move. This drive starts at the West Georgia 36, and Jarrett got a nice block on the edge by Jamontez Woods, and then Blaylock out in front takes a big hit at the end of that from Robinson over on the sideline. That could have been a flag.
I was wondering. I couldn't tell if it was out of bounds or apparently it was not.
Gain of 3 to the 33. 2nd down and 7 to go. Jarrett scans it, rolls to his right. He's just going to dump it. He's got Woods. Woods has got some room. No blocker in front. Gets out of bounds near the sticks. Maybe a yard short. May have gotten 6 when he needed 7, but 57.7 seconds left. And nice job by Pee Wee of keeping a play alive and then finding his running back. He's been good with the football tonight, Coach.
Yeah, he has. And I was kind of thinking on 3rd and 1 here, we might see C.J. Wilson come back in and run that inside zone play they've been punching into the end zone with. But looks like they're going to stay with the same group they've got.
Here's an issue. I look at the scoreboard. If it's right, no timeouts. So the Argos are just going to have to run it with Pee Wee here, and he's going to get the first down to the 25. They do not have a timeout, or do they? They'll stop with the first down, but then you'd have to get up quick and get the next play going. 50.1 seconds left. Maybe the scoreboard is wrong. I'm not quite sure. Has there been a timeout? No, Yeah, Caleb's saying you got to get back out there because the clock is going to run, and it is.
And it is, yeah.
And Jarrett was coming to the sideline like he had a timeout, but you're going to have to get up there quick. So this is a little bit of an issue.
They are burning a
Coach was sending them back
right
out
now.
there. They're going to clock it. No, they don't. They fake it Dan Marino style. And Caleb's saying, what are you calling, officiating crew? You don't have to. You can pump fake it.
Yeah, absolutely can.
33.1. Did they – he's saying you can't do that? What are they saying? The officiating crew – well, the Argos have themselves to blame as they didn't realize the timeout situation and were coming off the field and had to run Pee Wee back out there. Probably lost 15 seconds or so. He just kind of picked it up and threw it to the outside.
The ref never came on and called anything.
He just stopped the play, ran clock, and now nobody seems to know what's happening. Pee Wee's talking with John Giles. They're trying to go through what the play is. They're saying it's 2nd down and 10. The official is saying Pee Wee spiked the ball when he clearly never did.
I'm lost.
Unless there's a rule that I've never heard of that you're not allowed to fake that.
Yeah.
Anyways, it does stop the clock. It's 33.1 seconds. Jarrett takes it 2nd and 10. Looking to the end zone, floats one up. He's got a man there. John Giles.
Wow.
Touchdown Argos. What a catch. My.
He
The
looked
defender.
so composed as that ball was just bouncing up in the air, bobbling around. He just stopped, caught it. fell
Defender
backwards.
touched it, Coach. He just
Yeah.
kept his feet on the ground and just brought it in. Cradled it like a sweet little baby
Yeah.
in the end zone.
Look at this thing.
We're watching the replay.
Okay.
Yeah, defender touched
Got
it.
it.
Giles just put his heels down.
Great
And
catch.
John Giles is an issue.
Yeah, a great catch right there.
It is Pee Wee Jarrett to John Giles, 25 yards. PAT coming, 25 seconds left in the quarter. It is up. It is over the scissor lift, and the Argos take the 35-7 lead. And, Coach, they're in command, dominating this game. For the video side, just take a look at this one more time. And Pee Wee Jarrett steps into this throw. It's really kind of only John Giles is going to make the play, and Giles certainly does.
Giles, last year it seemed like, Pee Wee, he kind of had, who's ours?
Dave Durden.
He had his guy he liked throwing to, and maybe Giles is turning into that guy.
Oh, it certainly feels like it. 4 plays, 36 yards. John Giles with the touchdown catch, 25-yarder from Pee Wee Jarrett. 35-7 is our score. And, Coach, you add that 36 yards of offense, all of a sudden we're over 300 or in that neighborhood for the – and I said, ROTC, it's not your day. That's a hefty set of push-ups right there.
That is, for
Getting
sure.
into it. We'll catch Coach coming off the field here. Halftime, we're going to hear and see Nash Nelson, who isn't playing tonight, but we got to sit down with our center and kind of talk with him leading up to the game. Not quite sure what the situation is with Nash tonight, but as Justin told us, he's in street clothes for this one. Logan Gregory will punch a kickoff again. But, Pee Wee Jarrett, Coach, as much as he struggled last week, 15 of 19, 249, 2 touchdowns. That's 79% completion clip. That's a good bounce-back half of football after a tough game against Florida A&M.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's, he had 8 attempts for 35 yards.
The old Squibbly.
Did a really good job.
On the ground, Kennedy takes it, dances around, gets across the 20 out to the 25. He'll go down there. If I'm West Georgia, I'm taking a knee and going to the locker room. I'm not giving any chance for any kind of shenanigans to take place.
No, you haven't proven that, you can move the ball consistently or pick up anything quickly, certainly not through the air. Yeah, you probably just need to come out, take a knee, get out of the half, and regroup.
So the Argos will definitely take a chunky lead to the half. Question is, will it be 35-7 or will something weird go down?
Right.
got a feeling, Coach, this might be one of those games where you maybe rest some guys depending on what happens to start the second half and get some playing time for some guys. They'll run it, and that'll probably run out the half. But, wow, this is – if you drew one up other than the fumble return for a touchdown, as a flag – of course the flag flies with 5 seconds left.
Right.
You really couldn't draw it up much better than what's happened in half one.
No. Tremendous job by the Argos. West Georgia got out to a fast start there, but, the Argos done a great job outside of that, strip fumble for a touchdown by West Georgia. It's been a dominant performance by the Argos tonight. Very impressive.
This drive started at the 25. We'll see what the call coming is. Coach, what are you giving me over under on Coach Caleb Noble's pulse as he comes off for the interview? Are we
it's gonna
in
be
the 100
high.
range?
Yeah, absolutely. 120 for sure.
What he's cooking with, because he's amped, as they say.
He's always fired up, man. I would have liked to have known his pulse when he was getting on those refs in the first quarter.
No doubt. And that sprint down the sideline.
Hot.
How about unsportsmanlike for West Georgia? Tacking on some extra yards to back it up. That taken away from any potential yards.
Yeah.
So West Georgia, I see their coaches heading down to the locker room. They don't look very thrilled with what has taken place. That backs it inside the 15. Ball looks like it's at the 13 after the end of that play.
Now they've taken a timeout.
What are we doing? Why?
I'm not sure.
Unnecessary 5 seconds of life right here.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Taking a knee.
So we're going to get Coach coming off and, again, have some stuff for you here at halftime. Try to get our switcher reset. Whoa, the camera. Somebody doesn't lock that camera down.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, that's a cool shot of the sky.
Yeah. Somebody was turned around.
Easy, Chief.
Yeah. Took their hand off to take a bite of the cheeseburger or something.
There's Argy having a good time here on the TV side of the broadcast. You know when you're the mascot and your team's scoring points, you're just like, please don't make me do push-ups.
Yeah.
He's having a ball. Tailgate was fantastic outside. It's family weekend. We got recruits here. You and I got a chance. A couple swung by the booth here to see what we were doing up here, and I saw the parents out there with the kids having a great time at a pregame and just enjoying it. If you ever come out here to campus for a game, come early. And right out in front of the field house, they've got it all laid out, different tailgate areas. The music's pumping. People are drinking beverages of choice and having a good time.
No doubt.
And they've carried the party in here, and the Argos have gotten in on it too, and it feels like a party.
It does. I'm trying to figure out why West Georgia called a timeout with 5 seconds left after getting a personal foul. And they're on their own, 13-yard line right now?
Can't you just yell at them in the locker room? You got to call a timeout to do it on the sideline? I'm not sure.
Are we taking a shot here? What are we doing?
I don't know, but they've got two receivers out and one on the bottom, and they're going to run it. Kennedy's got a big hole. No, it's not Kennedy. It's Mosley.
Oh,
Mosley gets the last carry of the half, gets out across the 30 to the 35. That'll bring it, but he's talking to people, and you're down 28 points. And there we go. So the Argos are running off. 35-7 is our score. I'm keeping an eye, see if we get Coach over here, as Justin will corral him. But really nice first half of football. The Argos have got it going in so many different elements of the game. And West Georgia's clearly they got some cleaning up to do. Hold that camera in place. Let's see where Coach Nobles is. Is he having a chat with the officials? Okay, Justin's got him. They're coming this direction. But so far for the Argos, 69 yards, on the ground, rushing 249 passing. Things are really looking pretty good from a defensive and offensive standpoint. Let's get down to Justin as he pulls Coach in. Let's see, we got him. All right, talking with the officials, but Justin, if you could grab Coach and bring him over there, we'll try to get him. All right, he's got him. Justin Patrick's with Coach down on the field. Go ahead, Justin.
Coach dominating first half as much as I can. I know I got to keep my cool, but at the end of the day, when somebody's physically trying to hurt our players, a quarterback, I'm gonna protect those guys, defend them. And then we got confidence. Our wide receivers put the ball on top of them. We've seen that in the first half. Now we got to keep doing it for 60 minutes.
You're not far from your playing career. You still got that energy and your fire going within you. You're 30 minutes away from being 1-0 in GSC play. What has to happen to make sure that's locked up and staying in there?
We have to play 60 minutes of fundamental disciplined football and not get caught up in any chippiness. Execute, do our job. The name of the game is being at our best.
All right, best of luck doing that in the second half.
Go Argos.
There we go. He throws it in because he always does. It's magic. I think his pulse was lower than 100. I'll take the under wins. That's it. We'll take a break. 3-minute break coming your way. Halftime of this one. Argos on top of the Wolves. 35-7. Dominant first half performance. You're watching and listening to Argo football on the UWF Sports Network. Welcome back in to Penn Air Field in Pensacola, Florida. Will Kennedy, Coach Kyle Shoemaker with you. 35-7 is our score at the half. The Argos dominating the West Georgia Wolves. This game was 7-7 at one point in the first quarter, but it's been the Argos ripping off 28 unanswered. Coach, they've done it with defense, and they've done it with deep balls. They've really got everything cooking right now.
No, they do. They've played phenomenal offense, defense, and special teams too. Really good job. Really defensively, have given up less than 100 yards. If you take that, last like run out of there, I don't know what that was, but I mean.
Well, they called a timeout to call it. So, Mosley.
But yeah, I mean the defense has been phenomenal tonight.
We don't have graphics to put up on the screen for, but we will tell you it's Pee Wee Jarrett getting it done tonight. 15 of 19, 249, 2 touchdowns. John Giles with 1, Caden Leggett with 1. And almost another one to Giles. C.J. Wilson's punched in 2 on the ground. Pee Wee's been good with his feet running the football, too. 35 yards on 8 carries. And this Argo team scoring on defense as well. Coach, in the second half, you heard Coach Noble say it going to the locker room there. Just got to keep it rolling, right?
Yeah. I think that was the message that
he was trying to play each, putting 60 minutes of football together, wanting to finish it. Got to keep the foot on the gas and pedal to the metal. So got to be able to do that and then finish the game with class too. I mean, I know it's been a chippy game so far. It's not going to get any better as this
if the score
extends. Continues to extend itself. So
absolutely, that's a good point to bring up. Well, all right, we're going to take a break. We'll come back, sit down with Nash Nelson and a halftime, and then we'll be back with some first half highlights to get you ready for the second half right here on the UWF Sports Network. Can you hear me? Yeah. Why does this camera look that grainy? Oh, okay. I'm just making sure. All right. Welcome back in here to Penn Air Field. We're getting close to starting the second half of this one. Let's take a look at some first half highlights coming your way. Argos on top 35-7 in this one. And it started out with, West Georgia had the offense rolling early, but then the Argos would get a fumble. They would drive the length of the field, cap it off with this 1-yard C.J. Wilson touchdown run, and it was 7-0 with about 6 minutes left in the first quarter. After a West Georgia fumble recovery for a touchdown, the Argos come right back. They go deep. John Giles takes it down to the 2-yard line on a big hookup from Pee Wee Jarrett. It would be another C.J. Wilson short TD run. Made it 14-7. Flip over to the second quarter, and it's the big play again. Pee Wee Jarrett going back off the back foot. Deep ball down to Jared Smith. Smith makes the catch, and that would set up the touchdown coming our way a little bit later. But look at the catch by Jared Smith. Still not sure. We'll get an update on Jared to see how he's doing. And then this throw back the other way. Caden Leggett in for the touchdown. Makes it a bigger Argo lead at 28-7, and then the defense is getting in on it. Actually, 21-7. This makes it 28-7. Ralph Ortiz on the pick six, and the final touchdown would come late in that first half. The Argos would get on the board. We're going to take another quick break right here, try to squeeze in the last break of the half as the Argos lead 35-7. There's that last TD to John Giles. Let's break. We'll come back with the second half for you on the UWF Sports Network. I get it. Or after the kickoff. Yeah. Yeah. We can do stats right away. Ooh. Welcome back in here to Penn Air Field in Pensacola. Will Kennedy, Kyle Shoemaker with you. There they are, first half stats, and they kind of tell the story, not just the score. You can kind of look and see which team is on top in so many categories. 385 yards of total offense first half, Coach. That's a statement from this UWF offense.
Yeah, almost 400 yards in one half. Yikes. Yeah, they're rolling right now. It's been fun to watch them fire on all cylinders, offensively and defensively.
Yeah, defense locking them in, 117 total yards. They just got over that 100 mark in the last play. The one thing you look at is turnovers have hurt both teams.
Yeah.
Scored off turnovers both teams have. It's the penalties. You do not want to be sitting at 9 at halftime. Argos still need to clean that up. And as Coach mentioned at the end of the first half, this could get chippier in the second half with one team trailing this big in a rivalry-type game.
Yeah, definitely.
And here we go. Ball on the tee. Logan Gregory set to kick this thing off. West Georgia will get the ball to start the second half. And this one high in the air, deep, be taken by Zay Britt inside his own 5. Chops the feet, gets roughed up around the 20. He probably got about a 20-yard return, maybe a little bit less. Guys falling all over the place after it.
Yeah.
Argos defense gets a chance to get out there and continue to try to establish their dominance. And West Georgia's got to find something. And as we said, first half, it just doesn't feel like they have the big play capability in this offense right now to be able to threaten the Argos.
No, they have not done anything to prove that they could take one to the house. Put together a solid drive, that first drive of the game, but outside of that, they have really struggled to move the ball.
I found it interesting, Coach. You were saying we hadn't seen Regez Mosley since the early part of the game. He gets the last carry of the half, and it was Kennedy getting most of the carries, and Mosley's not out there to start the second. It's Kennedy. Brown rolls out. He's looking deep. He's got a man, but, Coach, that ball just doesn't have – it's in the air too long. DB's got plenty of chance to get to it. It just goes as a long incompletion.
Yep, no doubt. Quarterback on the run and trying to throw across his body. A little bit of pressure by the Argo D-line there, just out of reach on the corner route right there.
I think what you said earlier about the rush the Argos may be using is, force Brown out to his left, so he does have to try to turn his body and set his feet to make a throw.
Yeah. Yep, and right there he was not able to do that.
Ball on the far hash. Man comes in motion. It's the fullback across the set. 3 wide receivers, and they'll hand it to Kennedy. He's got nowhere to go. Dances away from the first guy. Goes backwards. Walker Robinson. Gael Laurent wrap him up. It's a tackle for loss.
Sea of blue defenders right there.
I love it. Wearing the dark navy pants and jerseys tonight. I forgot to do that earlier for the radio audience with the white numbers. White helmets. West Georgia's got the white on white with red helmets. Good look for both teams, but Coach is not wrong. It was a dark and stormy sea of dark blue Argo jerseys all over.
Yeah.
They lose 3 on the play. It's 3rd and 15. And here they come. They'll chase Brown out to his right. He's just going to chunk it. That ball's quacking. It may be picked off, but I think the defender went out of bounds. You and I might have had enough time to run down and get a hand on that.
Yeah. Byron Purrier right up in Brown's face there. Looked like it.
And that just goes out of bounds, incompletion. The Argos had their hands on it, just couldn't keep the feet in bounds to have an interception. It'll force a punt. Got their hands on the football. The punt. That one sounded really good off the foot. And it's going to be caught by K.J. Franklin at his own 45. Goes to his right, nowhere to go. He's going to get stacked up and backed up. And the Argos will start deeper in their own end than I think they wanted to.
Yeah. K.J. Franklin, not much there. Tries to dance around, make a little bit happen. Those Wolves defenders all over him.
That was Quincy Milholm, by the way, that got his hands on that football. Couldn't keep his feet in bounds. But nice job by him of getting to that ball, making sure no West Georgia guy had a chance to catch it. Back on offense, as we mentioned, almost 400 yards of total offense in the first half. And they're coming right back out there red hot. And knowing Coach Nobles the way we do, I don't imagine it's take your foot off the gas time yet.
No. Definitely not until you get to the fourth quarter.
So it'll be Pee Wee Jarrett orchestrating the offense. Hand it off. There's a hole in the middle. Closes down quickly. Really nothing there for CJ. Good job by West Georgia of getting to the football from his outside end position. That's Keandre Williams with the tackle there. West Georgia's going to have pride, Coach. I mean, obviously they don't want to get beat by 4+ touchdowns.
No.
I'm sure the fight is still there.
No, definitely. This is a go south battle. There's, got a whole half to play.
Give him a gain of 1.
Yeah.
Oh, quick out. Up the field. It's going to be enough for a first down. Caden Leggett, you're in good hands with Caden Leggett as he makes the catch out at the 45. Gain of 10.
Indeed, yep. A little bit of a low throw there, but Leggett right there at the first down marker, enough to get the chains moving.
Leggett is kind of the go-to outlet if you need that route right at the sticks. He's going to run a good route, obviously, and he can make big plays too. Robinette comes in motion across the big tight end. They'll hand off middle of the line. Little bit of an opening, slips through it, bursts forward. Short gain for C.J. Wilson. Nice little carry. CJ's kind of clapping his hands together like, I think there may have been more on that, more meat on that bone.
Yeah, I think he was frustrated, lost his footing there and fell forward. He wanted more on that run for sure.
Looks like they gave him the 47, so it'll bring up a 2nd and 8. Argos out near midfield already. First possession, second half. Pee Wee in the gun. Man comes towards the line. It's Robinette. One receiver up top, 2 down low. They'll pitch, sweep to Wilson. Gets the first down, puts his head down, punishes the defender into West Georgia territory. It's first down Argos. He found that sideline, Coach, and turned it up a notch.
He did, yeah. Nice little perimeter run there by the Argos. Little toss play.
C.J. Wilson is fun when he gets north and south.
Yeah.
And kind of gets that burst going. Nice run there. By the way, here at half, you and I got a chance to see the leading rusher all time at the University of West Florida. Shamari Mason came by to say hello. Good to see Showtime.
Yes.
Miss you, guy.
Yeah.
Definitely. At the 42, it's another first down Argos. Jarrett claps, takes the snap, pulls it out of Wilson's belly. He's got time to throw. He's looking deep. Does he have a man? Nope. Good coverage on John Giles. Jarrett just leaves it long, makes sure no harm, no foul.
Yeah.
I like that, though. You stretch the defense out every time you do that. Every time you throw that ball deep, you're making them work. Still not sure if you just put that ball on John Giles, even if he's covered, that he's not making that catch.
Yeah, he's such a long guy. You just got to put it in the vicinity of John Giles, and he's probably going to come up with that catch.
I'm not thinking any of these DBs are going to out-jump Mr. Giles for a football.
I don't think so. Not at 6'4", no, sir.
All right, 2nd down and 10. Jarrett fires it out quick. He's got Zach Alford across the 30. They try to rip the football. Buck having none of it. First down, Argos. Good to see Zach get in on the offensive show. Nice throw right on the money, and Alford, that sign of a good receiver, Coach, puts a foot in the ground, turns it upfield immediately.
Yep, yeah. Great job, not dancing around, just getting vertical, sticking his foot in the ground.
Pee Wee got roughed, and that's going to be 15. And I'm looking at Pee Wee. He's doing what I do when my back seizes up in the morning when I get out of bed. He's kind of bending over at the waist, swaying back and forth, just trying to loosen it up. They're taking their liberties with Mr. Jarrett, as they say.
Yeah, Pee Wee's played a physical game. He's had a couple big hits this game. He's thrown some blocks. I mean, he's not afraid to take some hits in the run game and stuff. So, hopefully he can hold up. Wow, that's a massive
Big penalty. That was going to be a 14-yard reception by Zach Offord. Now you tack on the 15. You're sitting at the 14-yard line after the penalty, and so it's going to Argos get the free pass into the red zone, and they're threatening to put some more points on the board.
Yeah.
Under 11 minutes here in the third quarter, Argos threatening. Jarrett takes a snap, drifts back, just throws it into the ground at the feet of Jalen Busey. And that's one that's a smart play by your quarterback, and not taking a sack, not losing the yardage, and just kind of chunk it in there. And maybe he picked that up from Musa last week.
Yeah. I'm sure Coach Nobles has got him coached up. The quarterback whisperer, Coach Nobles.
That one just brings up a 2nd and 10. It's so huge, right? Especially when you're in this part of the field. Don't take that sack. Don't back yourself up 8, 10 plus yards. No harm coming back 2nd down and 10 from the 14. Whistles blow. Coach Nobles calls a timeout. Play clock was winding down. A little bit of some issues with the play clock and some of that timing and some of the other stuff that's going on tonight. There are science teachers in the building, and they're over here, and they're asking me if I met. Yes, I did. I did meet him earlier. Karen. Yeah. Yes. Okay. There you go. But I have science teachers down here. We're going to ask you to solve a problem. We'll draw it up on the board. They got the nicest building on campus, and they're over here there they do. We're an interactive broadcast. So we got to stop and play here on the timeout. And the Argos looking for that opportunity to put it in the end zone. Add a little something extra. Maybe make a statement tonight, Coach.
A little feather in the cap.
But to the rest of the country that may have been going, 35-3 the first 2 weeks against, the competition, not to knock either team,
Right.
Kentucky Wesleyan or McKendree, but they're not teams that are challenging for conference titles in their leagues.
Yeah.
And then you go off and you play the big boy and you maybe take a little bit on the chin. But this is kind of coming into the season, the team that, ranked in the top 10, went to the Final Four. Who are they going to be? I like this version if this is who we are.
Yeah, absolutely.
They'll come back out. So Coach Nobles saved them a loss of 5 yards, which you don't want after incompletion on first down. You certainly don't want 2nd and 15. So Pee Wee gets them set up. 3 receivers, far side of the field, balls near hash. They'll bring Giles in motion towards the line. Drifts back out. Got to find him. They'll dump it to Giles. He's got a block from Franklin.
Oh, wow.
Hurdles the defender, puts his head down, gets the first down inside the 5. John Giles. I'm going to get him signed up on America's Got Talent.
That was incredible.
I'm going to press my golden buzzer right
Yeah.
now. What? I need to see this again. Giles catches. He's got a nice block from Franklin. Oh, DB, don't go down on John Giles like that. You can't put your head down. He's going to jump over the top of you, and he just did.
Incredible.
Coach.
That was just silly.
That is, as they say, you can't coach that.
No.
That's just instinct, raw ability. We've now seen in 2 home games John Giles do that to 2 DBs, plus the catches he's made tonight on the sidelines.
Yeah.
Early. It's early. There's other games going on. We'll get to those. I don't know that John Giles isn't my GSC Offensive Player of the Week already.
Yeah, I think so.
And we're not even done with this game yet.
So.
My. Takes it to the 3 is where they finally put him down. It's a big gain of 11 yards. It's 1st and goal from the 3-yard line.
Yeah, he's hot, and they're feeding him.
You got to feed the monster when the monster's hungry. This drive started back at the 34, and the Argos are on the doorstep again, looking to go up 5 touchdowns. It'll be Jalen Busey in the backfield on the right shoulder of Pee Wee. They bring a tight end near the set, but they're looking to throw. Giles is in it with the defender. They kind of had the hands locked up. He just couldn't get away and turn early enough. I love the DB sticking his sword in his belt after he broke up a pass.
Buckling him
the
up,
guy might just jump over you the next play. Don't do
Locking
that.
it up, I think. Yeah.
I like the play call. If Giles just turns a little earlier, it's an easy touchdown, but now it's second down, goal to go from the 3.
Yeah, that back shoulder ball. It's a tough one to stop, especially if you're good at it. It's such timing and feel, and quarterback receiver got to be on the same page with all that. Just reading that leverage of the defensive back. But great play.
Yeah, it's a matchup that it looks like West Georgia, the DB over there, looks like he's relishing it, Jordan Clark, trying to get into Giles, or maybe he's just trying to psych himself up for that matchup with the big fella. They'll hand to Busey. He's going to cut it back. He's going to get close. He powers his way in.
Great
Touchdown, Argos. Jalen Busey, welcome to the party. Nice job right there.
That was great run. Very tough. Kept the feet moving. Nice job.
I'm going to have to ask him because I've heard Busey and I've heard Bussy. I don't know which one he likes. I go with, Gary Busey, so it's just big touchdown, PAT coming our way. Argos on top right now, 41-7, as they add in another TD. This offense has now scored 5 times. Defense has one in. It's up and it's through. We'll take a break with the two teams. 42-7 our score. Argos all over the Wolves from Penn Air Field in Pensacola on the UWF Sports Network. 2-minute break coming your way. And we are back. Penn Air Field in Pensacola, Florida. Will Kennedy, Coach Kyle Shoemaker with you, UWF Sports Network. Our radio partners, ESPN Pensacola, 99.1 FM, 1330 AM. We are on the streaming side with our Gulf South Conference streaming partners, Flow Sports, and with your view on the TV side across Florida and the Gulf Coast area. We appreciate all of you watching and listening tonight. Entertaining, no doubt, especially if you're an Argo fan, 42-7 with 10:04 left to play. Zay Britt takes the kick from Logan Gregory, gets stuck right across the 20, and that's going nowhere in a hurry. So West Georgia will get the chance to get the ball back on offense. I'm not quite sure they want the ball back on offense much anymore.
No,
hasn't been fun tonight.
It has been a struggle.
Started so well. Their first drive back in the first quarter, Coach, they drove the field. They got to the 9-yard line and then mishandled an exchange after the snap. And since then, it's been climbing up a mountain while you're wearing a backpack of heavy stuff.
That's a great analogy.
They're like the Sherpa that never reaches the top of.
I'm looking at these total yards. I think West Georgia finished the first half at 117, and here we are about 10 minutes. with 10 minutes left in the third. They've got 113, so they moved backwards on that last
We're going to go with a different quarterback here.
Yeah.
Cameron Brown is out. They're going to somebody else who is not on my roster at all.
Ball's
Fumble on the ground. Joel Vargas gets on it, and the new quarterback got rudely welcomed to the festivities this evening, and that fumble ends up going to off of West Georgia to the Argos. Checked into the game was Eli Gainey, 6'3", 227 sophomore, and he found a little running room, and then he found a hit.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my. Man, big plays up front. Love to see it by this Argo defense. Who was that coach that got to him? Just trying to see from a defensive standpoint.
Somebody went flying by early.
Who snuck in there? Trying to find where is my roster for? I believe that was number 18, as you'll see it here on the play again, coming in to make the hit. You're starting to see the linebacker depth really come into play.
Yeah.
Defensive side of the ball. Oh, I'm not sure who that is.
Yeah.
Realized I do not have the full roster. I'm going to find the name for you. I'm going to get it to you. Pee Wee goes to throw. Jacoby Quillen got a block out in front. Gets it across the 30, 25, near the 20, excuse me. So the Argos start this drive on their 27. And they got a short field almost at the red zone already. And they're threatening to put some more points on the board. Who let the dogs out playing? It's out of hand, Coach.
It is.
Jarrett takes the snap. Hands off to Woods. Woods, left side of the line. Bulls forward, gets down across the 20. Flag comes in late. This is what we're going to be worried about the rest of the way. This kind of situation of some chippiness involved. Woods on the carry. It was a nice job. It looked like he was going to get it up near the yardage needed, but we'll sort this thing out. Hands to the face on West Georgia. It's going to tack some yards on. The Argos continue to get the benefit of some of these penalties after victimized. That was Eric Falau is who that was. Yeah, and I thought that's who it was. Eric's got magnificent hair, kind of Troy Polamalu style, if you remember that guy from the Steelers and who does all the hair shampoo commercials.
Robert Riley came off the edge on that one, too.
Big
I thought
on
he was going to destroy that quarterback. He got pushed just right past the play, but he looked like he was about to lay a hit.
Those were the two names that Coach Cavell Connor gave me as far as guys that were going to step up and have to play some more downs at linebacker. Tack the penalty half the distance to the goal line. They're going to put it down to the 9. Argos will go first and goal there. Jarrett takes the snap. Back to throw. Throws the back shoulder. Giles this time says no chance. Touchdown Argos. The DB says I ripped it out at the end, but he had already run about 4 yards after catching it. Jalen Lee, you're not going to win that argument. Argos in the end zone again. John Giles, there go that man.
Man.
Woo!
If this isn't Gulf South Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, just a monster.
I don't know what is.
A handful, all the words you want to use to describe it. 3-play drive after the fumble, and the Argos are into the end zone. What do you do if you're Coach Dean, Coach?
Just keep swinging.
You got to. You can't just stop playing. It's not although I will say this, if it was a boxing match as that goes up and through, that somebody'd probably throw a towel and this thing would be over.
Yeah.
And I think, are we taking a break? Are we keeping it here? Or there's still some trying to figure out. We're staying here. All right, 49-7 is the score as the Argos continue. How much longer? This is a question. I'll let you answer it, but this is almost a hypothetical I throw into the universe.
Yeah.
How much longer do you play Pee Wee Jarrett on a night that he's been in some physical hits already? Took a couple roughing the passers. Is it time to see Michael Rich? Is it time to maybe see a Marcus Stokes down the road? And, next week, long road trip to North Greenville.
Yeah.
I know weirder stuff has never happened. I don't think a 49-7 lead is going to disappear.
Yeah, no, I think you're right on it. It's a good time to maybe mix in a number 2 guy that you feel comfortable with. Obviously save any hits that Pee Wee might, take on him. But, also this game's, West Georgia's had a couple personal fouls. You'd hate to see any, type of cheap shot or, something like that gets Pee Wee out of there. So, yeah, I'd love to see the young guy get in there. He's been exciting, so I'd love to see him at some point in this game. I'm sure we will.
8:56 left in the third quarter. It's 49-7. This was the kind of score that we kind of thought we might see in week 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And we're not even remotely done yet, and they haven't given up a touchdown. They still haven't given up a touchdown to a Division II opponent yet this season. Yeah. This kick taken by Britt again. Feels like he's a glutton for punishment, but he finds a nice lane, gets out across the 40, chased out of bounds. Good return for Zay Britt out across the 45.
Yeah. Good return there by the Wolves. It's tough to compare scores in different games, but this Wolves team went down to Texas and lost to Kingsville, and you're kind of wondering, man, is the Gulf South falling off a little bit? I think San Angelo came up and beat West Al, a week or two ago. So really good to see the Argos just taking it to West Georgia here, when you're comparing to other teams across the country.
This is a West Georgia team that was 8-2 last year. I thought should have made the playoffs over some other teams as they run on first down, find a nice hole, dancing through, and trying to see who that is at running back. Is that West Georgia's probably going to start getting some other guys in there as well. Wearing number 20. We're having to scroll through a roster now. This is a game where it's going to get like this, and that's Ashad Roberson, sophomore running back. Nice burst. He picks up a first down, takes it inside Argo territory down to the 44. So a gain of 12. And they'll hand off. They'll go Roberson again. Right side, Colin Shaw chases him down from behind, but he's going to pick up 7 or 8 on the first down carry. Coach, you're right. Like putting it on a West Georgia team that was 8-2 last year that, everybody expects to be good in the conference. That's a positive play for the Wolves, and they need this just to kind of move the football and balance the game out, run some clock, right?
Yeah.
Now, obviously, when you're coaching on the sideline and you're up in the booth, you're still dialed in 1,000% to everything your guys are doing. As here comes a rollout, throw over to the side. He's got a receiver over there. Feels like Coach Dean may be trying to find a QB and gaining some reps here. That throw didn't look great either, though.
Yeah, QB number 3 on the day. Not the situation your offense wants to be in. Obviously, one and done for number 12. With the turnover, you don't get many opportunities when you're the backup that come in and you stumble on the first play. So
you're going to have to find somebody that can threaten the defense with their arm. In this day and age in football, in this league, unless you just got an exceptional runner. And there's a nice throw. Finds a receiver down inside the 25. Turns it up the field, and you've got a first down. That was Terrell Cole, first catch of the game for the guy who's their leading receiver coming in. He had 193 yards, a couple touchdowns. Was averaging 21 a catch, but catches one in front of Brandon Cross. Tough as a DB to maybe come up and press things now, this part of the game, Coach?
Yeah, I don't know that you need to, necessarily. Kind of keep invite those short throws, keep everything in front of you. When you press, you take away a lot of high percentage throws, but, you're kind of inviting people to go over the top of you, which is not really what you want.
Oh, Gainey went over the top of his receiver there and almost got him killed. And, wow, flying in there to make a play late, the Argo defensive back on the big fullback, Trey Williams. I don't know. What do you do as a DB here? The guy was down. It's not like he was headhunting him. He led with his shoulder, but he's probably going to get a targeting call here. That's a tough one.
That is.
And we'll see what the call coming our way is. Coming up from his defensive back position, that's McGrew Fortune. And that ball was not going to be caught. And it looks like it's going to cost the Argos. That's another penalty. It is targeting. Half the distance. And they're going to go look at it to see if they're going to have to toss McGrew Fortune out of the game, but they shouldn't because there wasn't helmet to helmet. We'll take a break with the two teams. 49-7, Argos on top. Play under review right here on the UWF Sports Network. Yeah, we can. Welcome back in here to Penn Air Field in Pensacola. 49-7 our score. 6:41 left in the third quarter. Argos on top of the Wolves. And let's take a look at the replay as they are reviewing it. The officials for targeting McGrew Fortune flying over the top of the big fullback, Trey Williams. And we're waiting on a definitive decision. It may be the end of the night for McGrew, but we'll wait and see. We are keeping an eye on some other games for you from around the Gulf South Conference. And Coach Shoemaker, how about 10-7, West Al up on top of Mississippi College with about 2:29 left in that game. Man, West Al's got the ball. They're threatening, so they may be about to squeak out a win over the Choctaws.
Yeah. Always a tough one there versus Mississippi College.
Everybody, of course, wants to know what the Delta State score is because they are the team that's right there with us. You know, supposed to be the top two in the conference and the two that shared the title last year. They're giving Shorter a little bit of a thumping, 56-20 over in Cleveland, Mississippi on top of the Hawks. And so Delta looks like they're rolling on to another victory this week. And, Coach, that's going to be the big matchup down the line if this team and that team can continue to kind of hold serve.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like Chicago's been playing good football. Obviously, Delta strong program, but gonna be a tough one for sure.
Of course, the Argos on the road at North Greenville next week, taking on the Tigers up there. And right now, Valdosta at home on top of North Greenville, 28-3 with about 21 seconds left in this game. I know we started a little later than some of the Eastern Time games, but my gosh, we are way behind everybody on the clock. So Valdosta looking like they'll get a win at home tonight, cruising along up there. Trying to take a peek and see. That's all the games that I've got a look at, although Shawan got blown out by Benedict earlier today. We won't see Shawan until the end of the season. So
not good for the Gulf South.
Yeah, it's kind of a tough transitional time, and here comes the official to come out. We can't hear him, but we'll tell him. No foul for targeting, and they're just going to say second down. So how about that, Coach? They pulled the penalty.
Love it. Well, that's a positive thing about having the
love to have replay there, right?
Replay there, absolutely.
So it ends up just being an incompletion, and McGrew Fortune stays on the field. And it sets up a 2nd and 10. They thought they were half the distance to the goal, I think, at that point. Let's get back to some football. Gainey in at quarterback still. So the night probably done for Cameron Brown. We'll see when the Argos get the ball back if the night is done for Pee Wee Jarrett with a 49-7 lead. Up by 42. Gainey back, got Byron Puryear in his face. Chunks one, picked off.
Oh,
beautiful
wow.
job of coming over and making the play, trying to see who we got. It's number 9, Braylon Anderson. That's what a safety is supposed to do.
That was great.
That's a textbook,
a true
coach,
ball
coming from that
hawk
position.
right there.
Yeah. Just drifting over and finding that football. Go get it. And you can see him just turn, make a play. The ball was underthrown anyway. Brandon Cross with good coverage. So it goes over to the Argo offense on the INT. Another turnover by this defense, Coach.
Right when that West Georgia offense was getting a little bit of hope that they were going to get a touchdown scored or some points.
A fumble, a pick, two fumble recoveries.
Shuts those hopes down quickly.
A pick 6, another interception. They forced 4 turnovers tonight.
Yeah, love to see it.
And so far, they've turned turnovers into points. If not directly, then, and it will be Michael Rich. Mike Rich Jr. steps into the game, an opportunity to maybe get some extended time here with 6:33 left in the third. I'm sure he's chomping at the bit as the ball will be at the 20 on the touchback. He's got Bussey on his left shoulder. Hands off. Jalen dances through. Hole on the left side. Makes a man miss. Drags a guy past the first down yardage out across the 30, maybe to the 32 or 3. Give him 12, 13 yards. First down Argos. That's a nice run, Coach. Good blocking up front.
West Georgia, a couple defenders there complaining to the ref about something, but I'm not quite sure what.
Coach said you got to. I mean, when the ref says you got to just play harder.
Yeah.
32 is the mark officially, so a gain of 12 for Jalen. First down Argos. Rich with 2 receivers out towards the far side. Man comes in motion. Big tight end across the set. They'll go toss sweep. Debussey's got to cut back because they were all over that early. Maybe loses a little bit on that run. Good job of the defense bottling that up. Flying in there, a couple white jersey red hats getting in on that tackle as we're deep into the bench for West Georgia.
And the Argos as well. We got a whole slew of number 2 guys in here.
And 3 in some cases back to the 30, so maybe a loss of 1 or 2. Officially 2nd and 11 on the board. Rich takes the snap. He pulls it. He's going to throw. He's got a man, but that throw was not near his receiver out there, I believe. Let's see, that's Toller
Keegley.
Yeah, Toller Keegley.
Western Carolina.
And he made a catch or 2 earlier in a game earlier this season. Toller Keegley, red short sophomore. From here in Pensacola originally, went to Mobile Christian High School. Yeah. Back home after going to Western Carolina. That goes as an incompletion. 3rd and 11 now. Rich with a single back, left shoulder. 4 receivers out in the set here. He's looking to his left. Fires it over there. Nowhere near K.J. Franklin. Looked like there was quarterbacks throwing one route, the receivers running another. It's an incompletion. It'll force a punt. So a 3 and out and a couple of errant throws from Mike Rich. Didn't run much time off the clock either.
No,
come on.
No. 1 first
Coach
down.
and I are like, I'm hungry, man.
We are. Had myself some El Asador right before I got here.
Best Mexican in Pensacola.
Killer local Mexican food.
Just right up here on Davis Highway, tucked behind the Shell station. Man, their chicken, the way they roast it.
Yeah.
Good punt by Logan Gregory, taken by Zay Britt. Some block behind him. He's going to spin outside, 35 across the 40, knocked out of bounds. Did a good job of escaping the initial guy who was right on him. Britt's earned his keep tonight on some returns, taking some tough hits, but spins away this time and makes it work. So back on offense after first 3 and out in a long time. The Argos scored on their first 2 possessions of the second half and had been red hot. If I flip back to the first half, they were They were on fire up until this punt. They had scored offensively on six of their last 7 possessions.
Yeah.
Before that, 3 and out. So Gainey will come back in at quarterback. Look to get his offense moving a little bit. The number of possessions in this quarter is off the chain, as they say, Coach, because we got 446. I'm running out of room on my little chart here. This is the 4th already for West Georgia. The Argos have had the ball 3 times as well. Gainey takes the snap, pulls it from the running back. He's going to dump it in the flat, and nothing doing there. Great job of wrestling him out of bounds is Rodney McGraw. McGraw from Houston loves to hit. We saw the one earlier. Coach, you called it out where he rocked the return man, but this time he's all over this play. Rodney McGraw bottles it up, nowhere to go for T.J. Lockley. They'll say no gain. They'll keep it right at the 43, 2nd and 10. Roberson is the single back in the backfield. Triplets bunched up here near side of the field. Ball's to the near hash. Single receiver up top. Gainey takes it, fires it out. He's got a receiver over there. They're playing soft off of him. Good pickup. It's going to be plenty for a first down and then some. And really, the Argos just kind of sitting back at this point, letting him throw the football. It's into Argo territory. Put that foot in the ground about the Argo 45. He gets upfield. It's a nice play for Terrell Cole.
Yeah, really important for these guys right now to get these snaps. And obviously experience, get better, but we got to be able to spell those starters, not have those guys play the game. You look at those teams that play deep into the playoffs.
That was a 15-yard throw and catch. And this time, Cole and Brandon Cross get locked up. No flag, ball thrown out of bounds. Good coverage, good physical coverage from B. Cross on this one. Yeah, just trying to go get the football.
That's right.
Good opportunity. So that brings up 2nd and 10. Can we play running clock? No, they're gonna stop it on an incompletion.
You're always about the running clock on these blowouts.
Gainey over the head of his receiver. Nice job dropping into coverage there for the Argos. He was looking for Cole, I believe it was. No, that's 3 over there. Lockley trying to see who was on the coverage on that side of the field, but it was a good job. Oh, they get offsides called on the Argos on Brandon Cross. That's going to be 5 free yards right there. So it was really a free play. He was coming on a corner blitz off that edge, so definitely they're not taking any plays off, Coach.
No.
They're keeping it going. That moves it to the 37. They'll go back to it. In coverage over there was Chester Fearon, CJ, over there playing that DB. He was all over Lockley. This one goes incomplete on the other side of the field as you got Braylon Anderson and others over there. Trying to find a man sideline route, but 3 Argos right around the football. 3rd and 5 from the 37 now. It's a marathon, Coach.
It is.
I feel you. I'm glad we got chairs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And next time we will have the cooler.
Yeah, for sure.
If it's going to be like this.
Yeah. 3 minutes left in the 3rd. It feels like 3 minutes left in the 4th.
Yeah, Gainey back to pass. Finds his guy right at the sticks. It's a nice throw and catch for the first down yardage. I think they give it to him here. Almost. LePerrion Perry. Say that 8 times fast with a nice catch. And we really were looking at it earlier as he gets the first down to the 22, it looks like. Or the 32, excuse me. 32, Duff for the first down. Move the chains. Started in 2017. He's playing. He may draw a pension from West Georgia by the time he's done, LePerrion Perry. And Gainey misses him right here in the middle of the field. They weren't on the same page. How long do you have to be somewhere to be in the retirement plan?
7 is up there. That's, you hear of the 6-year senior, but the 7th-year senior is impressive.
COVID has done some wacky stuff to the game of football. You know what I mean? You got guys playing at 10 different universities, and Leparian's just he's
probably
down. Yeah,
he's probably got his bachelor's, his master's,
He's working
and he's
on a
halfway through his
doctorate over there.
doctorate at this point. Yeah,
he's hunkered down in Carrollton, Georgia, to play a lot of football.
yeah.
Gainey gets it out quick. He's got the big fullback, and he's rumbling loose. Trey Williams going to get down inside or just outside the 20. Did he get enough for first down? Nice throw by Gainey, and that's a big target where the Argos can get the man on the ground. It is enough for a first down at the 22. So right at the threshold of the red zone here, and Gainey's looked all right here. Started to find some rhythm throwing the football. They're going to need that.
Yeah.
West Georgia fans, if you're still watching out there, this is what you need to see. You need to see a guy that can maybe stretch a defense around a little bit and throw the football around a little bit. He may not be able to run like Cameron Brown, but he brings a different dimension.
Yeah. And
play clock winds down, so you make a great play, and then you turn around and lose touch with the play clock a little bit. They'll back it up 5, delay of game. Man.
the hokey pokey analogy still stands.
Still stands at this point in the evening. 1:35 and counting left in the third quarter. 49-7 for the radio audience, our score. And the Argos continue to just be in control, complete control of this football game, as they have since relatively early in the first quarter. Gainey's looking for the end zone. He chunks one. Defenders coming. It's uncatchable over the head of Leparian Perry, but a nice job of flowing to the football. Amari Mitchell, Brandon Cross. Dark blue jerseys all around this one. Yeah, that one, nobody was going to get to that.
Yeah, looked like, physical, a lot of fighting out there, but so far away from being able to be caught. I can't call pass interference on something like that.
49-7 game. I would suggest that the guys in the striped shirts let them play a little if they want to get home at a reasonable hour tonight.
It's a long bus ride back to Carrollton.
It is, after this especially. Gainey back to pass, 2nd and 15. Fires at middle of the field, too tall for his receiver was Cole. And Cole goes 6'1", 180, so that 3rd and 15 from the 27-yard line. Big play for West Georgia. If they don't get it, Coach, you trying a field goal here?
Just
to put some points on the board?
I'm sure they will.
Or do they go for it? Byron Puryear is still out there. He's lining up on the edge like he wants to come have dinner at your house. Gainey fires it out nowhere near Zay Britt. In fact, way behind him. That's going to be 4th and 15. We'll see what Coach Dean decides to do. I do not see the kicking team, Coach.
No. Looks like they're going to leave the offense out there for this
Try
one.
to put a touchdown up. 1:04 in the third quarter. All these passes keep stopping the clock. Last year when we were playing, was it the first game? It was like somebody said, let's play running clock.
Yeah.
I think it was the other team they were trying to avoid. And here comes pressure. They chase Gainey out of the pocket. He fires down the field, just throws it away. And that'll be over on downs.
Yep.
Nice job by this Argo defense, Coach, of holding on after giving up some field position.
Yeah. I wonder if we'll see the youngster Marcus Stokes at all.
I would imagine I would give Mike Rich another opportunity. That was not a stellar first series. And see if you roll him back out there for a couple plays, carry over to the next quarter. But the Argos get there at least the start of their 4th possession in the second half here into the third quarter with 57 seconds left. And they'll set up. It will be Mike Rich. Looks like Woods, Jamontez will come into the game at running back, trying to get some carries here. Some other guys in the game at receiver as well. Looks like the night may be done for John Giles and Caden Leggett. Jake Robinette, big tight end, comes in towards the line of scrimmage. They'll hand off, big hole. Jamontez Woods across the 35, out near the 40.
Great
Referee rolling on the ground. Everybody's getting in on this play.
Oh, yeah.
First down and then some. Did we give him the 40-yard line? Looks like it. maybe just to the 39. Gain of 12. Argos move the chains. Run it every down?
Yeah.
Rest of the way?
Yeah.
It's tough. Tough not to let a guy throw who doesn't get to throw often. They will. KJ with the catch on the side, got a block in front. Across the 40, out near the 45. It'll be a nice pickup. Like that quick passing game. You know, try to get Mike Rich some confidence in the way he's throwing the football. Get it out of your hands quick. Easy throws.
Yeah, those quick throws are almost like runs.
Out to the 44, into the quarter. We'll take a break with the two teams. 49-7, 2.5-minute break coming your way right here on the UWF Sports Network. I'll have stuff just to get us through. We gonna be all right coming back, or? I mean, if they need to start playing, they can start playing. We can join it in progress, I would imagine. We're back. Back with you at Penn Air Field. Will Kennedy, Coach Kyle Shoemaker with you. Neil Diamond playing some Sweet Caroline. That must mean it's time for the fourth quarter, Coach. Let's get this baby to bed.
That's right.
Kids are up late tonight on a Saturday.
Yep.
Mike Rich takes it. Flipping over to the fourth quarter toss. Jamontez Woods. No running room. Stretched out to the short side, far side of the field, and knocked out of bounds by this West Georgia defense. The Delta State a winner tonight. West Alabama looks like they squeaked one out over Shorter. Shorter's a better football team. No, sorry,
They
Mississippi
are.
College, not Shorter. Mississippi College played this West Georgia team tough. They played West Al tough tonight. They lose 10-7. But now you got some questions about where the rest of the league is, Coach.
Yeah,
With the
you
way
do.
the Argos are bringing it against.
Yeah, it feels
West
like you
Georgia.
may, only get 2 into the playoffs. Delta and I mean, this is way
Valdosta
early
still could be in the
prediction.
mix.
Yeah. That's
Nice
true.
throw.
That's true.
Mike Rich to KJ Franklin. They're going to pick up a first down on 3rd and 6 as Franklin runs a little slant. Rich hits him, and they got first down, and they're into West Georgia territory. Nice job of just hanging in there and throwing the ball on the money.
Keep that clock moving.
Yes. Run, baby, run. Run, Forrest.
Yeah, completions, runs, and
They're going to
inbounds.
get down to the 44 of West Georgia. So nice play there. They pick up the first down and then some. Rich goes back to it. He'll take it. He'll hand off to Woods. Woods with a big hole in the middle of the line. Inside the 40, and they blow the whistle finally as it was going to be a scrum. Still kind of hammering at the football, but nice burst into that hole by Jamontez Woods. Do not go gently into that line.
No, you like to see the Argos running the ball like this, picking up 8, 9 a pop,
Oh, I really like to see them running the ball.
Yeah. Not only so that the game goes quickly, but if you're going to be a playoff football team, a team that goes deep into into the playoffs, you got to be able to run the ball. You got to be able to be up, finish games, and you do that by running the
Fumble
football.
on the snap. Rich is going to get on it. It was 2nd and 3. Instead, it's back out to the 50. They're going to lose some big yards here.
Quarterback Michael Rich covers the snap.
And Mike Rich, that one,
Looked like he just wasn't quite ready for that one or something.
and the snap was low. And again, Nash Nelson not playing tonight. You got Oak Stipe in there trying to snap the football. I'm trying to see who's playing now at center. We may be deep into our rotation at center. I got to get down into those deep numbers down here to see who's in there snapping this football. I believe that's number 62, Keelan Hayes at center right now. Rich back, fires it, out of bounds. Too tall for the receiver over there.
Yeah, takes a hit as he's throwing.
Yeah, that was a big loss, minus yards on the play previously, and now that's out of bounds. That'll set up a 4th and 15, so the Argos will punt the football with 11:56 to play. You may see Coach Nobles decide let's go a little deeper into the quarterback rotation, and I think the fans are leaving. Don't leave yet because Marcus Stokes might get to play a little bit.
Yeah,
and from the first game when we were at home, we saw he's exciting.
He is. He is for sure.
Logan Gregory takes it, rolls out, a little bit of that rugby style. Good kick, good bounce inside the 10. Scooped up there. That's ugliness for West Georgia. Let's start this one deep in our own end. Good special teams plays. We're still going to find the little moments in this for you. What do you think of that one, Coach? You're a special
That was
teams
good.
guy.
That was good. I think Zach Johnson thought he was on the goal line, but he was actually on the 5. And he looks around.
Maybe
and
should have
realizes,
played that one.
Oh man, it was still rolling, so he might have been able to, get a couple more yards out of that. But you can't be mad about pinning people on the 5.
All right, we'll take a break with the two teams. Argos on top 49-7 here on the UWF Sports Network. How much longer? Hello.